Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2. Rubber baby buggy bumpers, Irish wristwatch. Oh. So we're live? He said we're live?
I don't know. Tell Ashman, can he give me a go? Let me know.
Can you give me a go? Are we live? Hello? Okay.
Receiving very surprising with our new two quarterback system that Coach Shelton did not ran last week. Of course, Keaton Parker is running for full forward, did an outstanding job last week. He was 8 out of 17, 224 yards. Jim Brown came in, he threw 10 times, and completed 3 passes. Yeah, quarterback rating 83.3. Of course, our transfer quarterback, Keaton Parker, had a 135.4 quarterback rating last week. So, 236 receiving yards for the quarterback week. And the quarterback offense will keep that same intensity on the offensive side of the ball. Here tonight by Stingerees. Last week, the Stingerees, Mr. Tredwood, we passed the football for 22 for 93 yards. He had 2 interceptions. The longest pass was 44 yards. Take a seat. Had the running game going against the West End. We rushed it 31 times on the ground for 668 yards. 5.4 yards per carry. The longest run from scrimmage was 69 yards and 3 touchdowns. They threw receiving.
Friday Night Football, let's go, baby. Friday Night Football, let's go. Friday Night Football, let's go, baby. Let's go, we finna get lost tonight, let's go.
But who's gonna push through when they're tired? Ball in the end zone.
From TCISD Stadium in Texas City, Texas, Clear Life Media proudly presents to you its Game of the Week. Live from TCISD Stadium in Texas City, Texas, Clear Life Media proudly presents to you its Game of the Week as the Galveston Ball Tornadoes take on the Texas City Stingrays. Brandon Williams along with Clay Taylor. Clay, this is our second straight game of looking at the Tours. They come off of a 58-6 win over Lamarck, whereas Texas City needed overtime to outlast Friendswood 23-20. But I think that we're going to see a game much closer than what the final score of those games in Week 1 indicated.
Yeah, absolutely. Texas City is here at home, and Galveston Ball looked incredible last week in this exact same stadium. But, you know, we've got ourselves what seems like it's going to be a good game. The story of the game for me, there's 2 things that already have come to my mind. You know, Ball High was in a little bit of traffic. The game was almost delayed a little bit, but everyone's going. But how does that affect them? You know, how do they start? How do they finish when their internal clock is set back a little bit? And on the other side, Texas City, they have an injury of one of their major players, Caleb Bell. He's expected to play tonight. He did not play hardly at all last week. What are we going to see here? It's game 2 of the happiest time of the year for my money. So I'm very curious to see what happens here, Brendan.
We will not have to wait long to find out as we will get to the national anthem and the coin toss. This game is brought to you by some of our sponsors: Galveston College, Legacy Collision, Santa Fe Education Foundation, Texas City EDC, Muscle Cars of Texas, United Way Galveston County, Mainland B&O Construction, Gardner Coatings, ACU of Texas, Sweet Frogs, Visit Hitchcock, Texas. Texas Pit Stop Barbecue in the city of Lamarck. We are going to take the national anthem, and we will be right back with the coin toss and the kickoff. Clear Life Media Football. We'll be right back.
Folks, it is looking like it's going to be a good one. Both teams look ready to go. And Brandon, let me tell you, it's the tale of how 1-0 can you be, because both teams have the same record. But one was in a nail-biter last week. The other was in a blowout.
No question. Texas City holding on the road against Friendswood 23-20, whereas Lamarck had no answers for Galveston ball as the Tours rolled up a 58-6 win. They scored on the first play of the game, never looked back on that one. And really, I think we're going to get a good indication of where the Tours stand. I talked with head coach Shelton McKnight after the game on last Friday, and while the score was impressive, he wasn't necessarily thrilled with the level of play. There were a lot of penalties. I think they ended up with 12 penalties in that game. And there was just really a lot of rust that needed to come off of his players. But that is what Week 1 is for. And this is Galveston ball's final non-district game. They're going to be diving into district play starting next week. So this is really for them a final tune-up.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see here, the team captains making their way to the center of the field for the coin toss. And, Brandon, it's one of those things where penalties don't seem to matter until they're the most important thing on the field. And they very well could be if this turns out to be a close game, because for the longest time, the only first downs that Ball High gave up last week were on penalties. And they cannot do that against a good team like Galveston.
No, they certainly can't do that against a very solid team, against Texas City. As we take a look at the team captains for Galveston ball, number 2, senior defensive back Sir Christian Jones, and number 50, senior offensive lineman Hunter Hageland. For Texas City, their team captains, number 21, that's going to be senior running back Ricky Green, number 70, senior Aiden Johnson. I'll take a look at the other two real quick as they exchange pleasantries. Number 78, can't miss that guy, Tyler Jones, senior. And the final one, number 77, Christopher Prada.
Yeah, absolutely. you can always spot the offensive lineman in a pack, man. Well, with the exception, we were actually speaking earlier about Caleb Bell, the running back that, again, he will be playing in this game. He will be suiting up. We saw him warming up beforehand, but, hamstring injury last week. But his size, man, I'm excited to see what he looks like. I'm very curious to see what this team looks like. But, yeah, you can always spot those offensive linemen in those captain meetings at the center of the field.
Sting's looking to get Bell as close to 100% as possible. 5'10", 225. Senior running back ran for 1,381 yards and 17 touchdowns last week. As you mentioned, he was banged up last week, but they gave the ball to Maurice Burton, and the junior responded. 21 carries, a $113, and a touchdown. Also showed his receiving chops with 4 catches and 20 yards. So we are about to get underway. Set to handle the kicking for Texas City is number 46, Anthony Sanchez. Back deep for Galveston Ball. Number 15, Noah Williams is in the middle. Number 26, Justice Thomas. And number 20, it looks like number 10 is going to be Jawan Woodbury.
Absolutely, and here we go. We are set up to kick off. We thought it might be delayed, but, folks, we are right on time. Week 2. Texas City, ball high, is underway.
And the ball is kicked in the direction, and it's going to kick out up bounds. And considering the way ball's return unit formed last week, that might turn out to be a blessing in disguise for Texas City.
Oh, man. I tell you, it's last week, that return team, the special teams were a game changer from start to finish for Ball High. And some of that was on the mark, let's be fair, but some of that also was on just Ball High having explosiveness where they needed it in the return game.
And it'll be the sophomore quarterback, the transfer from Clear Creek, Caden Barker. 6 of 10, 216 yards, 4 touchdowns last week in the win. He's got Justice Thomas in the backfield with them as they go shotgun set for wide receiver formation. Barker waiting to snap, gets it, he'll swing it out. Ball is going to be caught, dropped, intended for number 12, London Dayon, junior wide receiver.
Yeah, it was just a short little out route, but there was a lot of cluster, a lot of confusion in the area. I'm wondering if maybe that ball was placed a little better, might have got a handful of yards, but regardless, drop pass, we're on second down.
And he is going to be taken out of the lineup as it's a second down, and they've got Noah Williams lined up in the slot. Second down and 10, and it'll be a swing pass again. I'll catch it to Woodbury. Woodbury breaks a tackle. Ooh. He is thumped.
My goodness. Absolutely thumped by Diego Battles. We were talking about it before. What a name for a football player. Battles, and that's what he's doing. Right out the gate, bringing the leather, bringing the chin strap right in there. What a thumping hit. That's a tough, 4 or 5 yard gain right there?
Looks like a 6 yard gain. The Battles won the war on that one. 4 wide receivers. They'll move Woodbury in motion on a third down and 4. He'll go in the backfield. They'll hand it to Woodbury. Woodbury tries to turn a corner, and he won't get there. Sting defense all set up for that one. Number 0, Xavier Scalrun, and at number 5, Marquise Thompson, who says DBs can't tackle.
My goodness, he got right in there defending the run. That's what you want for your defensive backs as a coach. If you've got defensive backs that can stop the pass and the run, you've got 5 tool players out there. Man, oh man, quick 3 and out. We were talking about maybe the timing of Galveston might be a little off after being stuck in the traffic, but that was all Ball High. That was just aggressive getting to the point of attack right there.
Connor O'Donoghue is the punter, and he will hang this one high for Scalrun, who is just going to let that one go. Takes a bit of a ball bounce, and it will die down at the 30-yard line, and this is where we will see the Texas City offense for the first time tonight. They are led by senior quarterback Joey Duran. Last week, 10 of 21, 91 yards, and we're going to take a commercial break real quick.
The best barbecue is at
right,
Texas
we'll
Pit Stop
right
Barbecue, now open at the Mainland City Center. Brisket, ribs, and smoked chicken. Bring your appetite at Texas Pit Stop Barbecue.
And we are back just in time for Duran to run the offense, and it will be Bell. And Bell has got a huge hole. Bell booms over him. Get off me, Alice. He powers through to the 47-yard line, a gain of 23. So, Clay, we were wondering how healthy he is. I think that answered our question, my friend.
My friend, the bell cow is healthy, and he is already carrying the load, looking more like the bell bull out there, running through defenders all the way to the 20. I tell you, Ball High needs to get it together and get their heads in this game if they're going to slow this attack down early.
1st and 10 for the 47. They'll swing it out. Ball is going to be caught inside the 40, and it'll be close to a first down. Does have a first down. Late flag coming up. Looks like that might have been a face mask. Receiver number 0, and it's going to be Xavier Scourin Jr. He's got a year of varsity experience under his belt. Flag looks like it's going to go against Ball, and they're going to march that one 15. And the Stingrays, who did not score last year in a 7-0 loss to Ball, are knocking on the end zone.
Absolutely right on the edge of the red zone here. And I tell you what, man, we talked about it. How do you come off of being in a car for an hour and a half? And we're seeing it right here. Did Ball High have time to warm up? Because we know Texas City did. They were here at 5 o'clock this afternoon getting warmed up. And it looks like they're warming up and running hot to start this game.
Bell, the sole set back, and they will toss it to him as he turns the corner inside the 20. He'll get to around the 18-yard line. Number 90, you're going to hear his name often, Malcolm Simpson, defensive end, junior defensive end. There on the stop, also on there, number 47, Travion Dotson, held them to a gain of 2, so make it 2nd down and 8 from the Ball 18-yard line, 9:27 and counting here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Malcolm Simpson was a big factor last week in the win against DeMarca, a defensive juggernaut. Let's see how he stacks up against the bell cow here. He won that one. Now let's see what happens here.
Out of the pistol, Durant steps back, throws. Ball's going to be caught by Scourin, and Scourin is going to be inside the 15, hit by Noah Williams. Also in there, number 44, the Tours, and that is going to be Jacob Wilson, but it's going to move the chains in a 1st and goal for Texas City. Ball spotted just inside the 10-yard line. We'll call it the 9. 9 minutes and counting in the first quarter as Stings on their opening drive are knocking on the edge of the end zone.
Absolutely. Stingarees in scoring position here. Let's see what happens. They're 1st and goal.
Offset eye formation. They'll swing it and hand it off to Bell, and Bell is going to be swarmed. You weren't going to fool the Tours on that one. Stefanos Potos, their leading tackler from last season, there on the stop. Number 5, Chance Bailey, senior linebacker, there on the play as well. They recognized that play from the outset and blew it up. A loss of about 3.
Absolutely. And I got to think that after that big first 20-plus yard run for Caleb Bell, I got to believe that it woke this defense up. They have stopped him on the last 2 attempts, and they are getting in the backfield, getting fantastic penetration on the offensive line.
2nd down and goal from the 12-yard line, and there's going to be movement. Hankies, and that is going to work against Texas City. Somebody jumped a little early, and that's going to cost them 5. And what looked so promising moments ago is starting not to look so good for Sean Evans and the Stingaree offense as they're now facing a 2nd and goal, this time from the 18-yard line.
Yeah, no play call change. They did not go back to the sideline. They are already on the line running.
Durant rolls out, steps, throws. Ball is going to be caught. Again, caught by Scourin, and Scourin isn't going to get much on that one. Good tackle on the play, and it looked like number 6, Jason DeGrassi, there on the tackle. Correction, number 8 for Ball High. That is Braylon Caldwell there on the stop.
Yeah, and I got to wonder if they think they have a matchup out there. The 2nd time they've thrown it out. And that play is first time it got him a first down. 2nd time it was held up short. We are now 3rd and goal, Brandon.
3rd and goal. They will spot the ball at the 13-yard line. 7:31 to go, first quarter. Stings opening drive, looking to see if they can put this in the end zone against this tough ball defense. Durant in shotgun again as he'll drop back in the pocket, has pressure, rolls out, looks, evades the brush, goes inside the 10, shakes inside the 10-yard line, bodies flying everywhere as he went out of bounds at around maybe the 7, maybe the 8-yard line. But either way, it looks like it will be a field goal attempt for Texas City. And if you're the Tours, and at the very least, you come out of here with 3 points, you're going to feel very good about your stance considering the way the Stings moved the ball downfield before they started struggling in the red zone.
Absolutely. They managed to – it was that bend but don't break style defense. They got close but no cigar. And here's the thing. This field goal is not guaranteed either. Let's see if they can maybe do something about this.
22-yard attempt for Sanchez. Durant is the holder. Snap is up. Kick is going to be good. And the game's first points are struck with 7:06 to go in the first quarter. 22-yard field goal by Texas City, courtesy of Anthony Sanchez. It is Texas City 3, Ball High nothing. We'll be right back on Clear Life Media.
Hi, I'm Anna with Legacy Collision. We are a female-owned collision repair facility.
Treat everybody like family.
We can fix almost anything, and today we are going to fix his bumper up right. 7887 FM 2004, Hitchcock, Texas, just south of the Blimp base. Come on down and see us anytime. If you have any questions, give us a call, 409-440-8900, and let's get to fixing this bumper.
Back here at TCISD
Hello.
Stadium, it is 3-0. Texas City leading Galveston ball as Sanchez is set to kick off. Williams in the middle. He's got Woodbury, and number 28 for Galveston ball is going to be Javian Joseph.
Yeah, I'm curious if they try to kick this one deep. The last one went out of bounds.
We'll see if they will roll the dice here. Sanchez will kick it, and this is going to be fielded by Williams at around the 12-yard line. Goes to the 15, 20, 25, 30. Has the corner, 35, 40. He'll go out of bounds. They will spot him around the 41-yard line. So a 29-yard return for Noah Williams. And he has been a very busy young man this week. Rivals.com gave him his 5th star, Clay, as this is a young man, a junior, who's already got 25 Division I offers in front of him.
My goodness. And we saw it there. You give him an inch, he takes a mile. A sliver becomes a mile. That's what the explosiveness, this athlete. And that's what they have to worry about. You know, do you kick the ball deep? Do you give them the short? They're in about the same position they would be if they'd have kicked it out of bounds in the first place. So what do you do if you're the kicker?
Woodbury goes in motion. There'll be a swing pass to Woodbury. He'll catch it. Goes past the 40, and he's not going to get much of anything. He got a yard if that. Scourin, who has been all over the place on both sides of the field, there with the stop. So Ball High's offense, which looked lethal in the first half last week, sputtering here against a much tougher Texas City defense.
Absolutely. And, you know, these two teams are picking up where they left off last week. Good defense all around. Or last year, excuse me. It's very interesting to see like how the matchups affect people. Who are you playing against? Like I said, how 1-0 can you be? You know, it's got to be psychological to have run so smoothly last week and this week to be shut down so early. 4
wide receiver set. Woodbury again will come into motion as they go to the far side. They'll swing this one to Winston. That one was nearly picked off. Oh, my, number 6.
Cameron Greif right there. He saw the route. He jumped it. He knew exactly where it was going. I believe that's the second time they've tried to run that play action into the sweep to the man that you ran the play action to. That time, Greif was all over it, and they're very lucky he's not still running all the way. He probably could have made it back to Galveston if he wanted to.
Greif was about ready to cause some serious grief for Galveston ball on that one as we face a 3rd down and 8 at the 43-yard line of Galveston ball. Sting show blitz. Barker back throws. Ball is going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of Woodbury. And for the second straight drive, the Tours are doing a little bit of a Rockettes 1-2-3 kick as it will be the Stings getting the ball right back.
Absolutely. And that ball went right through the hands of Jawan Woodbury, the sophomore. He's not quite as experienced as some of these other cats. You got to catch that with your hands, young man. You got to get the hands out in front, slow that ball down. If it hits you in the chest, the shoulder pads, it's bouncing right out. We saw that right there.
Woodbury had 2 catches last week. They finished with 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. Unfortunately, he is finding that the competition a little bit tougher. Those receptions and those open fields are a little more challenging. O'Donoghue set the punt, high snap. He'll get it off, and it's a wobbler that will take a bit of a bounce and will die. Favorable bounce for Texas for ball. That's going to die down at around the 22-yard line up Texas City, and that's where they will take the ball with 5 minutes and 57 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Stings took the opening drive from their 30. They got as far as the 9-yard line before penalties and a tough ball defense forced them to settle for a field goal.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, that last drive, that stop brought to you by Legacy Collision, Galveston College, Santa Fe Education Foundation. And let's see exactly what Texas City can do on this drive. They had success. They were able to move the ball. They were able to get points, but no offense wants 3. They all want 7. So what are these players going to do? What are the coaches going to dial up here on the second drive of the night?
We are about to find out as Duran will hand the ball off to Bell, and Bell is going to face a swarm of defenders. He will get to about the 31-yard line, so that will be a gain of about 2 on that play. They'll give him the 32, so a gain of 3, make it second down and 7 with 5:40 and counting here in the first quarter on the last day of August. Week 2 kicking off the Texas high school football season.
Yeah, and he was met in the hole by Marquise Thompson. That was the first man to make contact. These defensive backs are moving up in the line and making plays in the run game. That's what you want when you're a head coach.
Back to throw is Duran, and he will swing it out to Skowron, and Skowron breaks a couple of tackles, and he will be short of a first down. They are going to spot him around the 37-yard line, so that will make him about 2 yards short. Make it the 38, so make it a third down in one situation. Right now, Skowron has been the guy of choice for Duran, and it's got to make you wonder as to when Duran's going to be able to use that to his advantage and get some of his other receivers involved.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they call here. You have Bell back there, but they've lived off the play action a bit so far in this first quarter.
Third down, they will call it to Bell, and Bell's going to shake off a couple of tackles. He's going to bulldoze his way to a first down. That big offensive line helping him pave the way as the Stings will move the chains of 1st and 10. Let's spot the ball at the 42-yard line after a gain of 4 from Bell.
Absolutely, and I think that's the smart call. You've got a high school kid that weighs almost 230 pounds. Hand him the ball. Let him get those feet moving. Injured or not, he might fall forward for 3 if you need to.
That size, again, 5'11", 225. You don't want to let him get going at your ball. And Duran's going to call his own number, breaks a tackle, and he will go out of bounds as it caught the Tours a bit by surprise.
Absolutely, and a good block thrown down there by Bell. The ball was faked to him, and he knew the assignment right away. He actually stopped the block that would have made that a tackle for a loss. Great job there by Bell. Better run by Duran. I tell you what, we've got Texas City constructing a bit of a drive, and this drive is actually brought to you by B&O Construction, Gardner Coatings, ACU of Texas, and Sweet Frogs.
Duran last week ran the ball 8 times for 30 yards, did score a touchdown, so the Tours do have to account for his mobility. Second down, handoff this time to Bell. And not much on that one as the Tours there to make the stop. Actually, it's going to be Ricky Green on to carry his first touch of the night as he gets the ball to around the 48-yard line. So make a third down and 6 with 4:19 to go.
I was going to say, I think Bell lost a few pounds there if that's him. My goodness. But, yeah, Ricky Green getting his first carry, and that's kind of what you need. If you've got a player with an injury, you need that stable of backs. You need those workhorses that you can filter in. And let's see what they do here. They've got about a 3rd and 4. See what they dial up.
Third down, Duran drops back, bobbled the ball, steps up, has a rush, looking for a man downfield. Ball incomplete. Had a step, was number 3, Clyde Bruton. As Duran unable to get him, he evaded the rush, had the ball downfield, but was not able to make that connection. So the Tours give up the first down, and they will make a stop here.
And I tell you, it's the timing. It's that little bit of rhythm. We saw the ball hit his hands. He had to flip it, had to adjust, had to find the timing. And when you've got receivers that you need to make accurate pinpoint passes downfield, you have to be able to you have to have the timing, have the ball secured early. It's just little things that make huge differences in these football games.
4th down, and it will be a punt by Duran, and ball is going to be caught by Woodbury. Breaks a couple of tackles, still spinning, and Woodbury is going to work his way to around the 35-yard line. So a good return by Woodbury will give the Tours their 3rd drive of the evening.
Yeah, so far, Texas City has had their number defensively. They've been able to lock them down in all areas. I'm very curious to see maybe what what Ball High will dial up on this offensive possession. They've got to find something to get going.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. 3:45 to go, first quarter. Stings up 3-0. Trips formation to the far side for Barker, and he will hand this one off to number 26. That's Turner, and he is not going to get much of anything. Justice Thomas, is the running back, and he will get the ball to around the 39-yard line. So gain of 5 as the Tours will look to see if maybe get the run game going a bit.
Yeah, just hand it to the senior and let him find his openings. That's kind of what you need to do at this point. Get anything going as they'll hand it to him again.
And he had a nice hold there, Clay.
Absolutely. That was a workman's run. So that he ran past a defender and then barreled down on top of another one for the first down. Let the seniors put in the work. They've got the body behind them. Just let them work.
Evan Simmons, number 7, there to make the stop. So 2 runs by the senior.
Absolutely.
And it's a 1st and 10 for the Tours. See if they'll continue riding the legs of Thomas here on a 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Again, it will be Thomas. He'll hurdle a defender. He'll get past midfield. Gets close to a first down again as he is going to be stopped at around the 46-yard line.
And here's the beautiful thing. When you get the run going out of the shotgun like this, it will set open those big passes downfield. And we know that Galveston Ball has a quarterback with a great arm on him. So we'll just have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens.
2nd down and 4. Man in motion is O'Donoghue as Barker will hand it off again to Thomas. And Thomas will cut it back. Follows his blockers as he will be beyond the first down marker. They'll be stopped at the 41-yard line. So a 1st and 10 Tours. Number 7, Simmons there again on the stop, one of several players for the Stings. But suddenly, the Ball High Tours using their ground game to move the ball with 2:24 here in the first quarter as they will spot it 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to spot the ball at around the 41-yard line.
Yeah,
oh, actually a late flag, Clay.
Oh, there you go. Texas City is giving away yardage, giving away points. I did not see what the penalty was. Did you have to
catch? The 15-yard variety. It must have been a face mask.
Extracurricular. And here's the thing. When you have tough runs like that, it's going to happen. You're going to get guys holding. You're going to get guys doing face masks. It turns into rough, physical, old-school football, and that's what we're seeing right here from Ball High.
Williams is lined up outside to the near side. 4 wide receivers set. They'll get O'Donoghue in motion. And it'll be a back throw, and they will swing it to Williams, and Williams with the catch. Jonah Williams, back shoulder with the grab. 1st and 10 for the junior athlete. Named the Galveston County Player of the Week by the Next Level. That's our friend Reggie Rusk. He hosts the weekly show at Dick's Sporting Goods out at Baybrook Mall. Catch him there Wednesdays at 6:45. Nonetheless, it's a 1st and 10 for the Tours. 1st and goal at the 10.
My goodness.
We'll let the man in motion. They'll hand it to Thomas. Thomas breaks the tackle. Thomas inside the 5-yard. Touchdown. The Tours with a dominating drive. Justice Thomas, how appropriate. How justice is served. He fired up that drive and ends it. 10-yard touchdown run. So with 2:05 to go, it is Ball 6. Texas City 3 with the point after pending.
Absolutely, and that was old school football from a new school formation. They were in the shotgun, in the spread, but it was run, pass to set up your run to score. Justice Thomas carrying the load for Ball High on that drive.
A nice 66-yard drive that is capped off by Justice Thomas as the kick is up, and it is good. New score with 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go, first quarter. It is Galveston Ball 7, Texas City 3. Clear Life Media will be right back.
This is Bob, and this is Dave. Bob has a barcode on his forehead to dramatize how big banks see their customers as just an account number. Dave doesn't. That's because Dave's a proud member of Associated Credit Union of Texas. Bob has to sit in Houston traffic for hours to get to his bank. Dave has access to thousands of free ATMs and an award-winning mobile banking app. Be like Dave and become a member at acutx.org today. Don't be like Bob.
And it's not a job. If you don't hate it, it ain't a job, right? If you really like what you're doing, it's really not a job anymore. It's like I said, it's a calling. and I'm called to fix your car. So get them down here at Muscle Cars of Texas.
Back at CCISD Stadium, as we are now 7-3 after the 10-yard touchdown run by Justice Thomas.
All by themselves.
2:05 to go first quarter, as the Stings will try to get back in the ball game after the Tours put their first score of the evening on the board as Connor O'Donoghue is set to kick.
Absolutely. We talked about how it might take them a minute to wake up. It was, about the third drive, and it looks like Ball High has finally come alive as that was a short, almost squib kick that was bobbled up close by number 10 for Texas City.
Jayden Johnson caught everyone a bit off guard as the Tours looked like they weren't interested in trying to test Texas City's return unit, so they'll give up somewhat favorable field positions. The ball is spotted 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go. First quarter as we get the stadium lights on as we are back. Durant in shotgun. Bill in the backfield. That ball is snapped low. It could be anyone's ball. Durant is fortunate to get on the ball, but that is a huge loss of yardage. Durant falls on it. They're going to spot him at the 7-yard line. A loss of 20.
And I tell you, we talked about earlier on the deep pass that was missed downfield. It was that the incompletion of getting the snap to the hands. It bobbled in his hands. He couldn't quite get a handle on it. There it was too low, and now we've got ourselves a 2nd and 20 on this drive.
2nd down and 20. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line. 1:26 to go first quarter. Shotgun set. Again, a 2nd down and 20. And a timeout by Durant. Texas City will use their first. We'll take one with them. This one is sponsored by the city of Hitchcock. Visit Hitchcock, Texas. 1:19 to go first quarter. We'll be right back.
Bayou Fest is returning yet again this October 21st, 2023, and this year it is our 70th birthday. It's a fantastic free family fun event, free concerts. It's going to be a Grammy Award-winning Mr. Wayne Toops, followed by the 2-time Entertainer of the Year, Mr. Neil McCoy. And we're shooting off fireworks that night. Come on out October 21st. Bring out the entire family. Help us celebrate and get ready for Bayou Fest.
The ACU.
We are back after the time out. Brandon Williams, Clay Robertson here at Texas City ISD Stadium as it is a 7-3 ball game as the Tours leading the Stingarees here. Next week we've got no Texas City, no ball, but we'll get Lamarck and Hitchcock. So it's our first opportunity to see the state-ranked Bulldogs. We'll look forward to that when the time comes, but let's get to the current swing of things. 2nd down, and they're going to say 2nd and 29.
Whew.
Actually, it's got to be much longer than that.
The Stingarees have their back to the wall, Brandon.
At their own 7-yard line, handoff to Bell. Bell shutters to the 10, 15, gets a block, 20, 25, 30. Inside past the 40 to around the 44. So I got to tell you, you don't expect the handoff to get you the first down on the 2nd and 29, but Caleb Bell is not everyone's average running back. A gain of 38 on a 2nd and 29 and a first down for Texas City.
And I tell you what, I got to believe they called that play up just to get some breathing room. And, man, they took 2 big, deep breaths to get that huge gain for a first down. And they're already on the 45 after previously being back on nearly their own 5.
That was a huge lift of oxygen right there. Bell still in the backfield. Flags. Down, and it looks like there's going to be movement again. Yep. False start on the Stings will push them back 5. And again, like you talked about, penalties are harming Texas City. They had killed their first drive when they had to settle for a field goal. And now it's coming back to haunt them again. So instead of getting the buzz of a huge play, you're now faced with a 1st and 15.
Absolutely. And they may be able to make up for it here. But they might be able to make up for it here. We'll see what happens. But, eventually you run out of feet to shoot yourself in. So what's going to happen? They hand the ball off to Bell. Bell with a spin move, and this one not as successful as the previous play. He gets maybe a yard, if anything.
Braylon Caldwell, number 8. Jason Negrossi, number 6, there on the stop on what will be the final play of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, but it's one that will allow the Ball High Tours to leave with the score up 7-3. We will take the commercial break. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
I'm Corey Moss. I'm the Vice President and General Manager of the Valero Texas City Refinery. It's great to have some time to talk a little bit about Valero and the United Way. We have 6 key values in Valero, one of those being caring. And it's not just caring within the team members of the Valero site and the company, but more importantly, it's about caring in the community. Valero believes in giving back to the community, and it's through the funds and the pledges of our employees and the matching gifts that our company does, we're able to support the agencies of the United Way.
Learn more ways to donate to the United Way Galveston County Mainland and your impact on the community by visiting uwgcm.com.
Hi, my name is Gina Welsh. I'm the Executive Director for the Santa Fe Texas.
Brandon Williams, Clay Robertson, here at TCISD Stadium as we are here to start the second quarter. Thoughts on the first quarter, Clay?
Man, I tell you, we're picking up where we left off last year with these two teams. It's defensive, it's old school, it's a struggle, it's a fight. A few penalty yards here and there. But both teams have had the success they've had has been running the ball. It's been between the lines. It's been just physical, old school football. It's my kind of football, Brandon. We've seen Justice Williams, and we've seen Caleb Bell. Those are the two workhorses for the two sides. So which horse is going to win this race? That's what I want to see going forward.
As we will start the second quarter, second down and 15, actually second and 14 at the 41-yard line of Texas City. Duran back in the pocket, has pressure, looks at the screen, has broken, has to corner to the 45, and he will be stopped at around the 45-yard line as number 5, Chance Bailey, ended that one right there. Gain of about 4 as they tried to hit the middle screen.
Yeah, that was a physical run to just get 1 yard back to your original line of scrimmage. And I want to correct myself. I said Justice Williams. I meant Justice Thomas, speaking for Ball High. But, yeah, that was a lot of running just to get back to where you started. That's where those penalties add up. It starts to wear on your players after a while to fight so hard to get back to where you were to begin with.
And it also shows just how fast the Tours defense is from sideline to sideline. They've got the speed to just cover anything. Third down, 15 at the 46-yard line. 3 receivers set to the far side. Durant is going to roll toward that section. Looks, throws, ball is going to be caught, and he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he might have got it. Broken again. Scourin with the reception.
Absolutely. That first down is brought to you by United Way, Galveston County Mainland, and Gardner Coatings. Big first down there, and it was through the air. That's what you want. Also, as a coach, you don't just want to establish that run game. The fact that they can get those big chunk yardage in first down passing plays, or third down passing plays, that shows that you have balance on offense. That's going to start to cause some problems for Ball High.
That was one of the things that Coach Sean Evans wanted to work on during the offseason, is make the offense a bit more diverse. And it is starting to show here at times as he goes to Bell. Bell past the 40, got tripped up. Number 2 for Galveston Ball. Sir Christian Jones saved what might have been a huge play, because if he didn't grab ankle, Caleb Bell had a lot of real estate in front of him.
Man, I know defenders love to talk about the big thump hits, and they love to talk about how they dragged a guy to the floor. But if you grab someone by the ankle, you trip them up, you stop a first down, it goes the same in the stat sheets, and you don't give up the first down, or even worse, the score when you're talking about Caleb Bell.
So a gain of 4. We'll make it second down and 6 at the 39-yard line. We go inside 10 minutes here in the first half. Stings bring 3 receivers to the near side. Durant rolls out towards the near side, looking, has pressure, evades the rush, and he's just going to throw that one away. Well covered by the Tours defense as their pass rush put heat on him and forced the incompletion to make it a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like Duran was wanting to scoot back the other way, but when he turned, his pocket had completely collapsed. Just have to throw that one away. And a smart play to not try to be a hero. Just take the loss of downs instead of the loss of downs and yardage on that play.
And the senior experience showing up there for Duran as we have a 3rd down and 6 coming up. 9 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in the first half. Stings trailing 7-3, but driving at the Tours 39-yard line. There's Green in the backfield now with Duran.
Tech City going with a hard count, trying to get a read on what the defense is doing. Very hard count there from Duran.
And it will be a handoff, and it's not going to be much of anything as Burton tripped up. Turf Monster got a hold of him.
I actually think that Duran was trying to decide who he wanted to give the ball to. They might have got tangled feet there, but either way, that stop on 3rd down is brought to you by Visit Hitchcock, Texas, Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, and the city of Lamarck. Yeah, on that one, I just think you got to decide who you're giving the ball to and let the play develop. You can't hold on to it for too long. You'll trip up, you'll fall down, and you'll prevent what could possibly be a 1st down. And now we're looking here at 4th, and they got to punt the ball away.
4th down and 7 at the 40-yard line. Jonah Williams is back deep at around his own 10. Snap by Duran as low as he gets it off. And they will just let the ball bounce, and the ball is just going to die down at around the 13-yard line. So it'll be a 27-yard punt. Actually, they're going to call it the 14, so they get a 26-yard punt. Tours will get their first drive in the 2nd quarter at their own 14 with 8 minutes, 57 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Texas City is absolutely having trouble snapping the ball. Long snapping to the shotgun. You might want to get the young man under center going forward, but I don't know if they have any plays that can operate under center.
Thomas in the backfield with number 7, Caden Barker. He will get Woodbury in motion, and it'll be a handoff to Thomas, and Thomas follows his blocks, and he will get to around the 20-yard line. Good run for Thomas as he gets the ball to around the 20-yard line. Number 30, Caden Clay, there on the stop. So a gain of about 6 will make it 2nd down and 4 for the Tours at their own 20-yard line. 8:37 and counting in the first half.
And Brandon, watch the vision of Justice Thomas the next time he gets the ball. His head is darting back and forth. He's trying to find openings. He's looking for blockers. Fantastic vision from the young man.
Handoff is going to be to Thomas, and Thomas is going to be tripped up. And when we stop, got about a yard. And again, Caden Clay, number 30, you mentioned, you grab ankles.
Absolutely.
It counts just the same. And he held onto his ankle long enough to get a couple of his teammates to help slow him down. So a gain of 1 will make this 3rd down and 4.
Yes.
Parker is out at quarterback. Number 3, Tim Brown, is in. Actually, Brown is in at wide receiver as number 1, Arthenius Wynn, goes out.
Yeah, they are running some kind of wildcat here. They're cooking something up. Let's see what they can do here on 3rd and 1.
Brown goes in motion, and it will be a handoff to Thomas, and that's not going to fool much of anyone. Stings were not fooled at all as a host of orange and black swarmed that play, and Thomas might have been lucky to get about a yard.
Yeah, and I don't mind the mindset as much. You bring all this confusion, all these extra players in, try to get everyone looking in their head on the swivel just to get a yard, but they could not pull it off. Texas City had their eye on the ball that time, quite literally, and was able to stop them on 3rd down.
So a 4th and 1 coming up, and you don't see the punt unit coming out here. 7:10 to go, first half. Interesting situation here. Are we going to lead to a fake? No, they're going to go. And it is going to be Brown. He is going to try to turn the corner. And did he get enough?
He did. I believe he did. Fantastic.
That shoot was just enough for him to get to the corner and get the yard that he needed. So Coach Shelton McKnight rolling the dice on a 4th and 1 deep in his own territory. He got the first down.
And I got to believe that play was set up by the previous Wildcat play where you hand it to the running back, and then the next play the quarterback keeps it. You're trying to get their head on the swivel because the running game is working. So how do you keep yourself dribbling well with the right hand? Crossovers, if you will.
1st and 10 for the Tours at their own 26-yard line. 6:55 and counting here in the first half. Hand off to Thomas. Thomas is going to be stopped. Stings not fooled on that one. And again, stop. You heard this name before. Caden Clay, number 30, there on the stop. Also in there, number 5, Marquise Thompson.
Absolutely. I want to take a second just to thank some of our sponsors, Sweet Frogs, Visit Hitchcock, Texas, Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, City of Lamarck. We thank all of you for joining us, whether you're at home, whether you're a sponsor, whoever you are, we appreciate it. And right now it looks like Texas City is going to take a timeout.
We'll go ahead and take the timeout with them. 6:32 first half. It is ball 7, Texas City 3. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Gina Welsh. I'm the Executive Director for the Santa Fe, Texas Education Foundation. We are planning our 3rd annual Pulling for Education Play Sporting event. We are excited to be at the beautiful Providence Plantation. There are sponsorships available and teams available as well. Now is a great time to support our teachers and our students. Contact us today to secure your team or sponsorship.
Are back. 6 minutes, 32 seconds to go here in the first half. It is 7-3, Galveston ball leading Texas City. A Justice Thomas 10-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, Thomas has absolutely been the workhorse. He's been carrying the payload for ball high so far in this game. But, you know, it looks like Texas City's kind of coming around. They actually just took that timeout. Let's see if maybe they saw something they like or didn't like. Curious what they run here on defensively.
And it's going to take the ball back as movement on the offensive line will cost them 5 yards.
And they were already struggling on this drive to find the yardage. They had to go for it on 4th down just to get the first down, and now they're backed up even further behind the sticks.
There'll be a personnel change. Out goes Nico Davis, senior wide receiver, number 88. He'll be replaced by Connor O'Donoghue, a senior wide receiver. Also the kicker, number 14. As now 2nd and 12. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line of Galveston ball. 6:32 to go first half. 3 receivers set. You've got O'Donoghue lined up to the far side. Handoff is going to be to Thomas, and Thomas is going to break a tackle. Gets past the 25 to around the 30. He'll get about 7 of those yards back, maybe 8. Call it the 31-yard line. So it's a more manageable 3rd and short coming up. Make it a 3rd down and 4 with 6:15 and counting.
Yeah, and I tell you, Brandon, the ability to make the first man miss, that's what makes the modern running back fantastic. We don't have fullbacks back there soaking up the first block anymore. You have to make someone miss. That's what we saw right there from Justice Thomas. He made a move. He shucked. He ducked. He got out of the way. He got a little bit of yardage, getting us to about a 3rd and 5 here.
3rd down and 5 as we're past the midway point of the second quarter. Woodbury is man in motion, and they will fake to Woodbury. Has pressure. Ball's going to be caught by Thomas, and that play was blown up. Number 4 for Texas City, DJ Fuentes. There on the stop, had a bit of assistance from number 6, Greif, and number 7, Evan Simmons. So that swing pass goes to naught.
And I tell you what, there was penetration of the defensive line. I did not catch who it was, but Gunnar Chase actually pushed the defender towards his quarterback. He pushed him towards Kaiden Barker. That's not what you want to do as an offensive lineman. You got to get that guy away from your quarterback.
Number 2, that was Zyron Scott, led the Stings and sacks with 12 last season. O'Donoghue will get the punt off, and it is going to float and take a bounce down to around the 42-yard line, and that is where the Stings will get the ball back with exactly 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
I tell you, Brandon, it's been a quick first half so far, and I'm not complaining about it, but man, oh man, good football, good defensive football, a lot of running. It's old school. This is a quick game. You know, if your friends are wanting to catch it, you better tell them to tune in right now because it's going to be over before you know it.
Oh, exactly. Catch us live on Clear Life Media. Catch the streamer. Got nearly 300 people watching right now. Let's get a few more. Spread the word and catch some Thursday night football here in Texas City. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Durant. They've got a 3-receiver set. Play action fake. Durant back, looks up. Dials goes downfield. That's a man, and he wasn't able to reel it in. Johnson had a shot at the huge highlight reel catch. Just could not reel that fish in.
And you hate to say it, but that ball was perfect if you are the quarterback. That's exactly where you want to put it. It was between 2 defenders, a cover 2 defense with 2 safeties back. They put the ball right between. Fantastic pass. And I tell you, if you want to see more near highlight plays like that, more highlight plays like that, be sure to share the stream. Let people know we're live. Let them know what's going on. Clear Life Media wants you to be part of this and comment. Let us know. Share, like, interact with us. We want to know how you're feeling out there.
Sharing is carrying on second down, and it's going to be Bell. He's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And he don't care who gets in front of him.
No, past midfield, and he is going to be close to a first down. They're going to spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So a third down and about 4 coming up for the Stingrays with 4:30 to go here in the first half.
I tell you what, Bell runs like a muscle car out there. Just all power, not the most speed, but, man, it doesn't matter. If you get in front of him, you're getting run over. And that's why all his runs are brought to you by Muscle Cars of Texas.
Third down and 3 coming up. Duran in shotgun. Bell's sole man in the backfield with him. And it's a high snap, handed off to Bell. And Bell's going to turn the corner. Bell past the 45. He should have enough for a first down and does. Stopped there by Noah Williams. Oh, friendly respect between two high-end prospects.
Absolutely. Those are two guys who have been doing it for a hot minute. Jonah Williams, they have worked all week long. You can tell they have worked on going towards the ankles. It's that amateur wrestling low single leg. You grab the ankle, you put your head in their shin, and you bring them down no matter what the cost. That's what we're seeing here. It's not these high tackles. They're not trying to bull with the bull. They're trying to matador him. They want to bring him down, whatever the case is. They got the first down, but they also stopped the big play.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Duran back swings it. Ball is going to be caught, and it'll be caught at around the 38-yard line. And it looks like that is going to be number 3, Clyde Bruton, with the reception.
Absolutely. The senior Bruton getting his reception out there, making it. Oh, and we
looks
have
like
a player
man down, and we will go ahead and take that break with them. 3:23 to go first half. It is ball 7, Texas City 3. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
They are a beast all by themselves. They are so different than any of these other things that are on the road. The C2s, 63 through 67 Corvettes, those are my favorite. I think that's by far the sexiest looking car on the planet, even today. To fit all that stuff in that little package is tough, but we make it happen right here at Muscle Cars of Texas.
The best barbecue is at Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, now open at the Mainland City Center. Brisket, ribs, and smoked chicken. Bring your appetite at Texas Pit Stop Barbecue.
Back here at TCISD Stadium after the injury timeout. It's a 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line for Texas City with 3:20 to go. Duran hands the ball off. This is going to be Green, and Green is going to get to around the 35-yard line. Good open field tackle there by number 21, Tyron Outley, senior defensive back.
Absolutely. That's what we're seeing here. Ball High has stepped up in these open field tackles. They're stopping these big runs. Now, granted, they need to maybe get them a little sooner because we're now in a 3rd and 1 situation, and Texas City has done a great job of getting these so far tonight, getting these 3rd and shorts. And that's why this third down play is brought to you by Gardner Coatings, ACU of Texas, and Sweet Frogs. Let's see what happens here, 3rd and short.
3rd and short, as it'll be number 24, your H-back, and it'll be a handoff to Green, and Green turns the corner, has the first down to the 30, 25, inside the 20, leaps forward, and they're going to spot him out of bounds at around the 13-yard line. He saw the corner, took off, and explodes for a gain of 22 yards. And the Stings, for the second time this evening, are in the ball red zone with 2 minutes and 30 seconds here in the first half.
Absolutely. Ricky Green with all the speed in the world. He saw the corner. He saw the edge. He hit it hard, hit it fast. A little bit more speed, I think, than maybe even Bell. But my goodness, once he hit the open field, it was gone. 20-plus yards there on that run.
Bell back into the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line of the Tours. Duran back. Has pressure. Looking. He's just going to throw this one away.
Yeah, that offensive line for Texas City has to do a better job, or actually maybe give credit to Ball High. They've managed to get penetration on every play, and it also doesn't help that they're having snap problems as well, Brandon.
Number 35 for the Tours, Lawrence Cullimore, junior linebacker, and number 41, that's number 47, Travion Dotson, junior defensive lineman. They were the guys that forced the pressure on Duran, making it a 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line with 2:05 to go here in the first half. High snap.
We said
Duran
it.
with the one-hopper is looking, has pressure. He's just going to throw this one away again. As the pressure, a high snap, leads to an incompletion. And again, problems at center really starting to hurt Texas City.
Absolutely. That's been kind of the telltale, whether it's the special teams or the offense. And I don't know if they have any formations that get the quarterback under center, but you have to do something because you're running out of feet to shoot yourself in as you keep getting into the red zone and leaving with possibly only 3 points.
1 minute, 58 seconds left in the first half. A 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Stings. Again, they'll go shotgun, 4 wide receiver set, slot to either side.
And, Brandon, they can get a first down without a touchdown.
Duran back steps, throws over the middle, and that ball is sizzled incomplete, looking in the direction of number 23, Maurice Burton.
And we've got a flag, and with the way the penetration has been happening all night, I'm going to guess it's probably a hold in Texas City.
We'll see what the call is officially in a moment. It's in the backfield, so it's a very good chance you are correct. We'll wait and see what the official call is. And actually, they're going to move this one. It looks like it's going to be against Ball.
Wow. Well, what did they – I did not see what the
They're
call –
going to say roughing the passer.
Really?
Roughing the passer half the distance, so –
well, we'll give you guys full disclosure. Our television is not operating, so from up here, though, I could not see if it was roughing the passer. Brandon, did you see anything?
It was kind of questionable to me, but it's going to say – a roughing the passer nonetheless, giving Texas City new life here. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line with 1:54 to go. And again, a high snap. Duran trying to turn the corner. Duran inside the 5, and Duran scores.
My goodness.
I'd rather be lucky than good as Joey Duran, from 6 yards out, is going to make this a 9-7 game, point after pending. That high snap looked like disaster at the beginning, but Duran with the presence outran everyone to the corner of the end zone for the first touchdown of the night for the Stings.
That's one of those, as a high school player, you keep seeing these same mistakes. You kind of just plan for it. As soon as he saw the ball came out high, he jumped up, snatched it down, and said, all right, I'll fix this. In the end zone to take the lead over the Ball High Tours.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick by Sanchez is good. New score with 1 minute, 49 seconds to go first half. It is now Texas City 10, Galveston Ball 7. Clear Life game of the week. We'll be right back.
My name is Tabitha Stapp. I'm the project manager at B&O Construction. We are at the T-Box located in League City, Texas. Everyone, kids can come in here. It's not just golf. They have all kinds of games on here. You can do bowling, basketball, soccer. There's some zombie game that the kids love, like literally anyone.
T-Box isn't just golf. We offer a bunch of different things for the kids. So bring the family out, come enjoy some drinks, and let the kids play. Beginners up to college golfers, any skill level. You can do driving range, you can actually play courses, you can play different games, closest to the pin, long drive.
We completely renovated this whole space. We expanded it, and we did the whole build out here.
You can learn more about B&O Construction on our website at bnoconstructionllc.com. B&O Construction offers quality construction, great value, and honest service.
Back with 1 minute, 49 seconds left in the first half. A huge penalty against Galveston Ball set the stage for Texas City to cash in with a 6-yard touchdown run by Joey Duran that makes it 10-7. We'll see if the Tours will get an opportunity to get the return unit involved. Williams returned the previous kick as Sanchez takes a slow approach, and he is going to just let this one squib. Bounces high in the direction of one of the Tours, and he's got room A good return by number 28, Javian Joseph.
Yeah, and last week we saw that the Lamarck special teams wasn't that fantastic, but that the Ball High special teams was able to shine. And we were wondering, was it more so Lamarck or was it more so Ball High? We're seeing here the return game for Ball High is just lethal. You got to be careful where you kick that ball.
Yeah, either way, either return specialist you go to, be it Woodbury, be it Williams, or in this case, be it Joseph, either of those guys have the ability to just take it home on any given kickoff. And that play gives them great field position here at the 38-yard line with 1:42 to go.
And what will they dial up here with less than 2 minutes? It's a 2-minute drive. Here we go.
Back to throw, pump fake. Barker goes up, has a man downfield, has the ball caught inside the 15, inside close to the 10, and the ball is caught by Jawan Woodbury, and that's one way to make up for that drop earlier in the ball game.
Absolutely. It was the pump fake, Brandon. The pump fake froze everybody. It was an ice age on the defense. All the defenders froze. They turned their head. Who were they throwing it to? It was Jawan Woodbury. Deep downfield. We're in the red zone, and Ball High is looking to score to take the lead back.
Spot the ball at the 13-yard line, a gain of 49 on that play, makes it 1st and 10 with the minute 10 to go first half. It's going to be Brown calling his own number, and that's not going to get much of anything as the Stings smelt that one out. They'll stuff that play. Clay, number 30, among a number of Stings in there. Michael Saltz, number 12, also getting a stop. We're going to take a timeout. Tours using their first with 1:04 to go first half. It's Texas City 10, Galveston Ball 7. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Anna with Legacy Collision. We are a female-owned collision repair facility.
Treat everybody like family.
We can fix almost anything, and today we are going to fix his bumper up right. 7887 FM 2004, Hitchcock, Texas, just south of the blimp base. Come on down and see us anytime. If you have any questions, give us a call, 409-440-8900, and let's get to fixing this bumper.
Back after the timeout, 64 seconds to go before intermission. Brandon Williams, Clay Robertson here at TCISD Stadium. Tours with a big play, a 49-yard catch. Catch by number 10, Jawan Woodbury, sets up a 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line. The Brown was held to no gain. Barker back in at quarterback. 4 wide receivers set. Thomas in the backfield. Shotgun snap, back to throw, looking, sets up, throws, ball is going to be incomplete. He was locked in on Woodbury all the way, but excellent defensive coverage by number 23, Maurice Burton.
Absolutely. Great defense there to keep up with. I actually think he got beat on the route, but it was pure speed to get between the ball and the play. And it actually looks like, I believe Woodbury is down.
Woodbury is down. Well, let's go ahead and take the break right now. 59 seconds to go, first half. Clear Life Media Game of the Week will be right back.
Texas Pit Stop Barbecue is now open in Texas City. With additional locations in Galveston and Lamarck, this award-winning barbecue prepares you for whatever comes your way. Dine in, on the go, and catering. Texas Pit Stop Barbecue never takes shortcuts and always brings the heat.
Work hard, train hard. I'm about to knock out this barbecue at Texas Pit Stop in Texas City.
We and I really like United Way. They're what I call a tip of the sword organization. They are meeting community needs at the very tip of the sword where people who maybe can't help themselves need help. And then we always hear the stories about
Woodbury able to walk off the field under his own power. Good
Great to
news
see.
as always.
Great to see.
But a 3rd and 10 coming up for the Tours at the Texas City 13-yard line. Barker back, stays in the pocket. Jump pass, ball is going to be incomplete. Thomas had room as Barker had to throw that ball for dear life.
Absolutely. There was nothing but black and orange jerseys in front of him. And, Brendan, it's interesting how possession down, things like that, can make that clock feel so different because earlier on they were trying for the deep chunk passes. Then they tried to run it because they got a little closer. Then as all of a sudden that clock felt a little bit more daunting, we saw 2 more pass plays. So now we're bringing it up on 4th down, and I got to believe they're going to go into the half trying to tie this game.
And they will look at number 14, Connor O'Donoghue, to do the option for a 30-yard attempt and a timeout by Ball with 54 seconds to go. Let's take the timeout with them. 10-7 is your score, Texas City over Galveston. Ball, Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
He's wanting to tease some video with the student. Folks, we are right here at the end of the second quarter. 54 seconds remaining. It is currently Ball High Tor 7, Texas City Stingrays 10. And we've got a close one, folks. It's been a great, great game so far as Ball High is looking to tie it up here at the tail end of the first half, Brandon.
And it'll be O'Donoghue. Connor O'Donoghue looking to attempt a 30-yard field goal. Caden Barker, number 7, is the holder. 54 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll wait the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. He nailed it from 30 yards, and we are tied with 49 seconds to go here in the first half. It is now 10-10, so the big play by Woodbury sets the stage for the 30-yard field goal by O'Donoghue.
I tell you, it might have been from 30 yards, but it felt like it was in the air for about 50 yards. My goodness, what a high ball that goes to the uprights. We've got a great game here so far, Brandon.
No doubt, as we approach the end of the first half. It'll be interesting to see what the Stings do here. With 49 seconds left, they do have one timeout remaining.
Yeah, but Brandon, they have not had success running the ball. Most of their success has been through passing the ball. They've had a lot of high snaps here recently, too. That offense doesn't seem to be in sync, so I'm curious. Duran. So I'm very curious to see what happens here. You might be right. They might try for it because why not? But, yeah, if it were me, I'm trying to get to halftime with a tie game.
Yeah, a tight ball game like this, you definitely want to try to play it close to the vest. So, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Sean Evans goes with that mindset. So O'Donoghue is set to kick. So we can see what he does, and he is going to kick a bit of a pooch. That is going to be called the fair catch by number 5 of Texas City. That's Marquise Thompson. So the Stings will have the ball first down and 10. They're going to spot the ball at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and I got to believe he probably called the fair catch to keep some of that time on the clock. You know, you're only going to do so much if you're the up man. You're not the designated returner. So call fair catch, save some time for your offense, see if you can make something happen.
Well, let's see if perhaps they try to test the ball here on first down. And depending on what they do here, just depends on where they go from there.
Interesting, they do not have Bell in the backfield here.
Yeah, it's Burton in the backfield. They go 4 receiver set. Duran back, steps up, throws, just a shot downfield, and that's going to be incomplete.
Flags, absolutely.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
15 yards coming up. Sir Christian Jones was holding Skowron all throughout the pattern.
Absolutely. I don't think it's time for prom yet, but he was dancing with him all the way down the sideline. Did not turn his head, had hands on him the whole way down. My goodness. You cannot do that.
No, not without a shadow of a doubt. That was PI all the way. And that will put the ball at the 40-yard line of Texas City with 41 seconds to go in the first half.
That's just free yardage right there. You didn't have to hit anybody. You didn't have to tackle, except for the offensive lineman. They hit somebody on every play.
So Stings obviously showing some more aggression than we might have expected.
Yeah, absolutely. I was not expecting the deep ball, but it paid off for him there with the defensive pass interference. Let's see what happens here. Second down.
Duran back, has pressure, scrambling, looking, still looking. He's just going to float this one incomplete. Good pressure there by the Tours defense. Number 8, Braylon Caldwell. He has been a busy young man here this evening. Has caught this number more than once. Incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10 with 32 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, and I tell you what, ball high, again, the pressure. They're causing Duran to dance. It doesn't matter if he's got a great arm, if his legs are moving so much. There's very few Patrick Mahomes in the world, and we're seeing it right here tonight. He is having a difficult time getting the ball accurately downfield.
And it looks like they're just going to play it safe. They'll just kneel on the ball and take the 10-10 tie. That's exactly what they will do.
Yeah, it's probably for the best with the way this offensive line is playing and with the way your snaps are coming in.
Oh, we figured it would be a close game coming in, and we have not been disappointed. And we know that you haven't been disappointed here at Clear Life Media. Go and share this. Share it with one, share it with many as we head toward the half. And by the time the second half begins, share across the world. Let us know that you're watching as we're about to go into halftime in 3, 2, 1, and we are at the half. It is Texas City and Galveston ball tied at 10. Enjoy the halftime on the Clear Life Media Game of the Week.
Steve Gilmore. Family Chair, Elisa Venable. Holiday Chair, Sierra Salway. Competition Chair, Haley Desmala. Spring Show Chair, Jackie Crandon. And Social Media Chair, Kristen Maldonado. Year 2023-24 dance officers are Junior Lieutenant Renee Arsenault, Junior Lieutenant Nia Bartolome, Junior Lieutenant Renaya Allen, Junior Lieutenant Kaylee Crawford, Senior Lieutenant Alexa Mason, Lieutenant Colonel Anara Washington, and year 23-24 Tournament Colonel is Darian Garrett. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Muriel Parsons, and the Tornado of the Week is Katie Grayhaven. The Tornado would like to shout out two of our sponsors, Cards Funeral Home and Connie's Coffee Plus, for supporting us this season. Tonight, the Tornadoes will be performing Don't Stop Moving.
Yes, I'm here.
Welcome to the field, the Ball High School Golden Tornado Band. The band is under the direction of Andrew Powell and Gary Jones. Our drum majors are Jalen Diablo and and Julia Picatella. This year's show is the music of the week. The band would like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Davis, fine arts director, Dr. Duncan, principal, Mr. Hiller, and our band boosters for their continued support this season. The band member of the week is Lizzie Rodriguez. Drum majors, you may start the show.
I love everything about theater. I love the process of putting a show together, all of the rehearsals, all of the brainstorming of what to do, how to make things better, how to say dialogue better.
It's mostly just about spreading the joy and love of what we do.
For me, the theater program is a place for students to come to express themselves, to really find out who they are, and for students who might be interested in going on to college and doing this, to have the opportunity and some training at the high school level to get to do that.
So our fall play is Alice in Wonderland. I'm playing the Cheshire Cat. We'll be performing that the first weekend of October. It's a fantastic show, perfect for people of all ages, especially for kids. It's super hilarious.
I play the Mad Hatter. People should come see it because it's a fun show. It's not super dark, and it's the start of the year. You want something to really keep your mood up. The show's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
The social officers are Secretary Lee Owens, new member advisor Brooke Parker, event coordinator Celeste Rust, event coordinator Alexis Hadley, vice president Ava Salinger, and president Rayanne Alvarado. The military officers are Maya Perez, Junior Lieutenant Austin Cesarizan, First Lieutenant V. Owens, First Lieutenant Ariana McGill, Lieutenant Colonel Alina Jaramillo, and your Colonel Callan Hayes. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Rayanne Alvarado. The Varsity Stingerette of the Week is Morgan O'Hara. The Stingerettes are under the direction of Mrs. Haley Robles and Miss Sierra Canales. And now for your halftime enjoyment, the Varsity Stingerettes will be performing their Screamer routine to Starships.
I'm Kylie Schmidt, and I'm Student of the Week at Texas City High School, sponsored by Galveston College. I'm in NHS, NTHS, a lot of different clubs, and I play soccer. My parents work here, so my dad's a coach, and then my mom, she helps around like the classrooms, and I've just always been involved in my life. I wanted to thank everyone that's like been in my life and helped me become who I am today.
Kylie was an easy choice for Student of the Week. She's involved in so many programs. She exemplifies the student that we want here on campus, involved in extracurricular activities and a model student for her peers on campus.
Galveston College's Electrical and Electronics Technology program will prepare you for employment in a wide array of local and regional industries. Apply today and receive an Associate of Applied Science degree and certification. Demand for electrical and electronics techs remains high in the Gulf Coast region. For more information about Galveston College's Electrical and Electronics Technology program, visit gc.edu/electrical. Build your tomorrow at Galveston College.
I love everything about theater.
The Sting Band would like to take this opportunity to thank the administration of Texas City ISD, our Fine Arts Director, Mark Lyon, and our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Melissa Duarte. We would also like to thank the TCISD Board of Trustees.
We're in Ball High. We're in the robotics room down in the CTE office working on robots. I feel like ever since being in robotics since 5th or 6th grade, it's helped a lot with math because you have to know gear ratios, the spacing, which here, like each 35 long hole C channel equates to 17.5 inches. So you can always put it against a ruler and like find out certain measurements. Like in this class, you can learn how to read tape measures, rulers, mount certain degrees, so protractors are useful. Okay, so what we do is we build these competitive robots. We have a bunch of different requirements and criteria they have to fit. A game gets released every year, and we build robots following that, starting at the beginning of the school year. So with these acorns, they're all spread out across the field, and with this robot right here, this robot's able to intake them from right here and shoot them across. And this robot, which would be on the other side, would unstrap completely and fold out and put all these acorns under there.
So by the time our kids graduate high school, they have a decade of mechanical engineering and robotics and computer science under their belt.
Somebody should join robotics because since I've been here, it's been a really welcoming program. Everyone's always helpful, thoughtful, always giving out pointers.
Friday Night Football, let's go, baby. Let's go, we finna get on. Let's go. But who's gonna push through when they're tired?
All right. All right. You're good. Braden Williams, Craig Robertson back here at TCISD Stadium as we are about to start the second half. Score tied at 10-10. Look at the numbers here in the first half. Ball 57 yards rushing on 13 carries, 5 of 10, 70 yards passing. So all told, it's 127 yards of offense. 4 penalties, 41 yards also hurting them as well.
Absolutely, and we've seen the Texas City defense step up. They were very bend but don't break in that first half. So we see the kickoff here as it is called for a fair catch at about the 20-yard line, maybe the 19. It looks like they're spotted at the 20 to start the drive for the third quarter.
Start of the third quarter is brought to you by Visit Hitchcock, Texas, and also brought to you by the City of Lamarck. Texas City had 159 yards of offense, 105 yards on 19 carries. Caleb Bell had 10 carries for 81 yards. They were 7 of 13 for 54 yards passing, 3 penalties for 25 yards. Super thanks to the Super Stats man, Chris Walter, of the Galveston Daily News. If you know numbers, you know Chris. first and 10 for the Stings as they start to drive a little trickeration on the reverse. It is going to be Bruton, and Bruton's going to carry the pile to around the 38-yard line. So a jet sweep coming from offensive coordinator Blake Schmidt is going to result in a gain of 17 yards by Clyde Bruton.
Absolutely. They got him in motion. They had it so that when the ball touched his hands, he already had a head of steam. That's tricky for the defense to keep up with as we actually see a ball high player coming off with maybe a little bit of a limp. Let's see if Texas City noticed it too. They might look to take advantage of the pass here.
And they will give it to Bell, and Bell is going to be slowed down. Number 47 for the Tours, Travian Dotson, the first man on the scene. Number 8, Braylon Caldwell also in on the stop along with number 56, Robert Chance.
And I tell you, Brandon, Caleb Bell runs over every defense he goes against except Ball High. Ball High has been stout for the last few seasons. What were the numbers for last year? If you have them off the top of your head, I remember they gave up something like 14 points all season long.
Yep. And they're showing why on this play. A swarming defense as Bruton able to get the ball past the 40 to around the 41-yard line. They gave up 31 points in 11 games last season. 17 of those came in a playoff loss. So all total 14 points in 10 regular season games.
Yeah, and you got to think Caleb Bell is feeling that. Every time he touches the ball, every time one of these offensive players for the Stingarees touches the ball, they're getting swarmed, as you said. It's white jerseys just swarming all over whoever has the ball in their hands for Texas City.
So 3rd down and 6 at the 43-yard line. Duran rolls out, looks, steps up, has pressure, is going to just swing that ball out, and somehow was caught. Skowron ended up with the reception.
Yeah, it's a 1 reception for 0 yards, I believe.
It pads his numbers.
My goodness. I mean, that's one of those. I think he might have just been trying to throw it away, just kind of underhanded it. I mean, he had time, but nobody was open. But again, he's having to move his feet back there. That's the thing. They have these plays where he's moving out in motion, getting out of the box. That time there wasn't even pressure, though. So let your man set his feet. Let him find the open receiver. Doesn't quite work out that time. We've got a 4th down. Let's actually see if Texas City's long snap game has improved at all at halftime.
And worked well on this one as the punt is going to be in the direction of Williams, who takes it around the 18
He's
to
electric.
the 20, breaks a tackle to the 30 to around the 33-yard line. So 15-yard return for number 15 as the Tours will get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line with 9:59 to go here in the 3rd quarter. If you're watching on Clear Life Media, sharing is caring, and if you are watching somewhere beyond the great state of Texas, let us know. We'll give you a shout out.
Absolutely. We saw Jonah Williams there. He can, if he makes a man miss, and he normally does, he's going to pick up an extra 10, extra 15 yards. He's electric. He's an athlete, Brandon. And you got to keep the ball out of his hands. I know the punt game finally got the ball to the punter's hands, but now we got to teach him to kick it away.
They have done a good job of keeping the ball away from him offensively here in the first half. We'll see if that can change in the second half as Woodbury goes in motion. And it will be Barker back, and he is smashed.
There was a missed assignment. There was a missed assignment on that play because he tried to play action. He tried to fake it, and there was nobody there. There was a missed assignment from Texas City. I'm not sure if it was the running back that was out of place, but either way, Ball High takes advantage. Huge sack, huge thumping hit for a massive loss.
Cameron Greif, number 6, just shot like a cannon into the backfield. Remember, Greif almost had a pick 6 earlier in the contest. He gets a huge sack that's going to take the ball back to the 24-yard line. So make it 2nd down and 19.
My goodness.
At the 24. 9:19 to go, 3rd quarter. Barker back, steps up, is just going to throw this ball downfield, incomplete. Was looking for O'Donohue.
I believe O'Donohue slowed up on the route. I don't think he thought the ball was coming his way, so he was out of stride when that ball hit the air.
Was covered. He was literally blanketed by number 7, Evan Simmons. So 3rd down coming up. Ball's passing game has not been effective. Remember, 49 of their 70 yards passing came on the Woodbury reception late in the first half that set up the field goal. So their downfield passing game has not been anywhere near as effective as it was last week against Lamar.
Absolutely. And Woodbury is in the game, but he did go down with an injury. We're not sure if he's at 100%. He seems fine, seems to be moving around well out there, though.
Third down coming up. Back to throw. Barker looking, steps up, just going to throw incomplete. Was looking in the direction of number 12, London Dayon, and it's incomplete. And Sack just basically detonated any plans of the Tours mindset on their opening drive.
Absolutely. You know, the term sack was coined by Deacon Jones because he said, I'm putting the whole offense in a bag and I'm putting them in a sack and I'm beating them down. That's what happened on that drive. The sack destroyed any hope of getting the offense generated.
There you go. And the word sack has made many a star on Friday, who led to Saturday and led to Sunday. As fourth down and 19 coming up, and Donahue is going to lift the punt. That's going to take a bit of a nice bounce. It's going to be picked up by Skowron, and Skowron to midfield to the 45 to around the 43-yard line. So the Stings are going to get very good field position here with 8:53 to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Stings. They're going to spot the ball at the 43-yard line. So
Great
the Stings, great, like you're about to say, great patience by Skowron, who makes something happen on that punt. The Stings are getting good field position here.
Absolutely. He waited for the ball, see what kind of bounce it made. When it came into his hands, he moved, he exploded, he made his move, got extra yardage. That could have easily been about 10, 15 yards back, but no, good play by Skowron there to get some great field position in ball high territory. We want to give a shout out to Clear Life Media at clearlifemedia.com. Let us know if you want to be part of this broadcast. Please message us. Let us know as we have a high snap from Duran.
Looking downfield, and that ball is going to be incomplete. One-on-one with Jonah Williams, and you're not going to win that one.
Absolutely. I mean, it was athlete on athlete, and I think Ball High just had the better athlete. Unfortunately, Jonah Williams, an MLB prospect, you're not gonna get the ball thrown up over his head most of the time.
6'3", 200 pounds. The kid runs a 4.48, and that is a stop that is brought to you by Visit Hitchcock, Texas. So 8 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. It is 2nd down and 10 at the 43-yard line of Galveston ball. Duran under center will hand the ball off to Bell, and Bell's going to get a head of steam. And still going inside the 15 to the 10. They're going to say he was down.
And Brendan, I'll tell you exactly what happened there. Bell was able to get on his feet and keep running faster than the referee could get the whistle to his mouth. That's why he thought he was still going. But my goodness, hard run there for a few yardage. I want to take just a second to thank some of our sponsors: Santa Fe Education Foundation, Texas City EDC, Muscle Cars of Texas, United Way, Galveston County mainland. Thank you all as we have a copper moon rising up over the city here in Texas City as the Texas City Stingarees are on the drive here about 3rd and 5.
Third down coming up, and Duran is going to hand this off to Bell, and Bell's just going to smash up the middle. And he'll probably get about a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 4th down coming up. 4th and about 3 at the 41-yard line with 7:43 to go here in the third quarter. Tied at 10 as the Stings will keep the offense on the field. Sean Evans in on the offense, looking to try to convert this 4th and short coming up. Duran will hand the ball off, will actually call his own number, tries to break the tackle, and he is going to get the first down.
Great call.
He is going to get the first. Excellent call there by Duran. He drew in the defenders who went obviously after Caleb Bell, but Duran goes forward and gets the first down as a man is down for the Tours. We'll go ahead and take the commercial break. 7:20 to go, third quarter. We're tied at 10. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Enroll now and start building your tomorrow at Galveston College. Galveston College is one of the most affordable colleges in Texas. Offers small classes on a beautiful campus, an engaging college experience, close to home, and near the beach.
My experience at Galveston College feels like home, and GC is helping me to build a foundation I need to succeed.
Choose from over 50 degrees and certificates. Get help paying for school with financial aid and scholarships, and universal access for those eligible. Enroll now. Build your tomorrow at Galveston College.
Back here as number 5, Chance Bailey, helped off the field, certainly hoping he will get better. As nonetheless, the Stings have a 1st and 10 at the ball 31-yard line. 7:14 and counting to go, third quarter, tied at 10.
And Brandon, it was a great play action, fake option run. They got the first down on a 4th down, and now we see Bell with the ball in his hands. He is moving. He's in motion.
Bell bounces off the defender, gets the ball inside the 25-yard line.
And Brenton, he runs with a low pad level. We said it earlier, he's only 5'10". He's only about 2 inches taller than me and weighs about, well, double what I do. My goodness. Puts his head down, gets his pads out in front of him, and he makes you tackle him. That's why we've seen the ball-high defenders are shooting for his knees, shooting for his legs, trying to wrap up around his ankles.
Gain of 8 for Bell, who started the second half with 10 carries for 81 yards in the first half. So he is well on his way to a 100-yard evening. He's replaced in the backfield by Burton. Second and short, it'll be Burton, who is going to be stuffed. He broke past one tackle, but Stefanos Poto said, "Not past me, my friend." As he stands him up, gets a couple of help, gets help from number 39, Phoenix Poe.
Yeah, and that's the big thing to see there is when one ball-high player gets a hand on you, there's normally going to be about 4 or 5 other players coming up behind him. Incredible swarming action there by the ball-high defense, and we were talking about Caleb Bell having 100 yards. That is no small feat against the way this defense has been playing.
So third down coming up, 3rd and 2, no gain on the play. 5:40 to go here in the third quarter. Bell in the backfield with Durant. High snap on handoff to Bell, and Bell is going to lose his helmet, but he's going to gain the first down. Looks like he's going to get about maybe a yard short, but that helmet went flying in the air.
And that's a testament. He's running helmet first. My goodness. Yeah, and he will have to come out for one play. Those are the rules now in high school football. If it doesn't matter if your helmet comes off, someone rips it off, or if it pops off by mistake, he has to come out for one play. But it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem with the way Texas City's been alternating running backs all night.
No, that is a staple. Doesn't matter who the coach is, be it Rusty Dowling, Tim Finn, Leland Cervic, or Sean Evans. Texas City is always going to have a bevy of backs. As Bell is replaced by Burton, and Burton is going to cut inside the 15, inside the 10, to around the 9-yard line perhaps. So he is going to be about a yard short of a first down.
Brandon, Galveston has started, Texas City has started loading up one side of the ball. They are putting 2-3 tight ends on that side, and they're running right in the heart of ball high, as we can actually hear the coaches getting upset about it. Stop that man, stop that man. It's going to be tough to do because they are beating the man-on-man toughness for toughness right now.
Burton still in the backfield, second down. He will get the carry, bounces off, turns the corner, inside the 10, inside the 5. He is going to score. Maurice Burton will score, a late flag coming up.
And there is helmets off, too, on the field. Got to believe there's some unnecessary roughness going on. Let's see what happened here.
We'll see if the touchdown stands. If it does, it's a 10-yard run by Maurice Burton that will make it 16-10 with 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We'll wait and see what the penalty is on, who the penalty is on.
If you got better eyes on it than I do, let me know what the referee says. We're all waiting with bated breath at the moment. Does it stand? Is the tie broken?
It looks like it'll be a score.
Might have been after the play.
It does look like it will be after the play. It looks like it's going to get ball. And if that is indeed the case, it looks like they will assess it after on the kickoff. So the touchdown will stand. making it 16-10.
And Brandon Burton gets the touchdown, but credit to Duran on that. The quarterback got it out in front and was a lead blocker on that play. He didn't do a ton of body movement or anything like that, but he just got enough of the defender to open up that hole so that the running back can manage to get into the end zone.
He did a great job of disrupting the defense just enough to get Burton around the corner for the score as Sanchez awaits to kick the extra point. 4 minutes, 21 seconds to go as the Stings take the lead here. 16-10. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. So 4 minutes, 21 seconds to go, third quarter. It is Texas City leading Galveston Ball by a count of 17-10. Clear Life Media Game of the Week will be right back.
Bayou Fest is returning yet again this October 21st, 2023, and this year it is our 70th birthday. It's a fantastic free family fun event, free concerts. It's going to be a Grammy Award-winning Mr. Wayne Toops, followed by the two-time Entertainer of the Year, Mr. Neil McCoy. And we're shooting off fireworks that night. Come on out October 21st. Bring out the entire family. Help us celebrate and get ready for Bayou Fest.
And it's not a job. If you don't hate it, it ain't a job, right? If you really like what you're doing, it's really not a job anymore. It's like I said, it's a calling. And I'm called to fix your car, so get them down here at Muscle Cars of Texas.
4 minutes, 21 seconds to go, third quarter here at TCISD Stadium. It is a 17-10 lead. Texas City leading Galveston Ball as the Stingrays with a dominating drive.
Absolutely. We were talking about it. They just decided they wanted to play tougher football, and it actually looks like the penalty was against
Texas
City.
Yeah.
They're having to kick the ball off from their own 25. And I want to take just a second. Thanks to some of our sponsors, United Way, Galveston County Mainland, B&O Constructions, Gardner Coatings, ACU of Texas, and Sweet Frogs, as they will be the sponsors of the previous scoring drive.
Sanchez will be kicking the ball off at his own 25-yard line.
And they have not had a lot of success kicking the ball off so far, so I'm curious what they do with Jonah Williams back.
And he will kick the ball off, and it is high, and it is fielded by O'Donoghue at the 30, 35, 40, and he's going to be dragged down around the 42-yard line. Jonah Williams cramped up after the extra point, needed to get stretched out a bit, but was able to walk off the field under his own power.
Wow.
So
That's
will
why
explain. That will explain why O'Donoghue was there to handle the kickoff. A good return by Donoghue.
Absolutely.
So
we were talking about
go
it.
ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we were talking about it earlier. All their return men seem to have a good eye for the ball. It's good coaching, good special teams coaching there. And it seems whoever's able to get a hand on the ball has a good eye for finding the seam, if you will, and making those extra yardage.
So up to the ball high offense to see how they respond after the Texas City touchdown. Woodbury goes in motion. He's in the backfield with Thomas, and it will be Woodbury with a hole past midfield, and he is going to be tackled at around the 48-yard line.
In Texas City territory as well. That was a counter play. They faked like they were going to run it one way, and he darts back the other behind two blockers, managed to find a seam, and got a good, probably about 9-yard gain at second and inches, Brandon.
You know, Woodbury, when he gets the ball in his hands, he has shown explosive ability in the 7+ quarters that we've seen him so far this season. He is a playmaker.
Absolutely. Athlete, can move him wherever you need him to. And
speaking of moving.
He's speaking of moving. Absolutely right. My goodness, unfortunately, that is ball high with a little jump on the line. Got excited coming into this drive, and you can't have that. You know, you have a great first down play, and it erases about half of the work that Woodbury and your offensive line just did.
Fifth penalty of the night will make it 2nd down and 6 to go. And for Williams is win number 1, and it is going to be Justice Thomas, and Thomas is going to get to the line of scrimmage, and that is about it. Number 33 for the Stings, Justin Stevens. Number 26, Walter Spurlock there on the tackle. So it is a 3rd down and 6 coming up. We're about to approach 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tours trailing 17-10. 4 wide receivers set on 3rd and 6. Barker looking to wait to get the play call. Plenty of time on the play clock as they will move Thomas over to the far side. And it'll be Barker back. Steps up, has time, zips the ball down. It'll be intercepted. Underthrown is picked up by Ricky Green. And Green is going to be stopped at around the 49-yard line of Galveston Ball. We talked before the start of the second half about how this game was clean in the first half with no turnovers. And right here, a pivotal turnover forced by Texas City.
It was a good decision, but a poorly thrown ball, as it actually looks like we have a ball high player down at the moment. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after this injury timeout.
Hi, I'm Kai Jakoyak from Ball High, and I'm the Galveston College Student of the Week. Very surprised. I haven't had this happen ever before. I'm usually pretty focused on just myself, on just, getting my grades in and all that, and swim. So I didn't realize I'd get noticed for it. Well, I do water polo, track, cross country, robotics. Today, we've been working on a robot, and I have swim practice after this. Events here happen all the time. I love that the beach is just right by us and all the trips we go on and opportunities we get.
Enroll now and start building here tomorrow.
Third quarter. The Stings have the ball at midfield after the interception.
Costly turnover
by Ricky Green. Yes,
absolutely.
Huge turnover. And a chance for Texas City to seize momentum here. Duran back in the pocket. Zips looking downfield, incomplete.
Wow. That's the first time I think he's had time all night long. He was standing in his pocket, he planted his feet, and maybe just got a little too excited, overthrew the ball, had a man downfield in one-on-one coverage again, but they're throwing to the side of the athlete. They're throwing to the side of Jonah Williams.
Xavier Skowron, the intended receiver, he has been heavily targeted throughout the evening for Texas City, but like I said, you're throwing in the direction of Jonah Williams, you are betting against an incompletion.
Absolutely.
Second down and 10 at midfield. It'll be a handoff to Bell, and Bell is going to be stopped. It looks like he might have lost half a yard as the Tor defense was able to stretch that one out.
Absolutely. A tornado of defenders getting in the way of that ball. There's no doubt Caleb Bell having a tough time, and actually that defensive stop, the play of the defense for Ball High. I want to take a second and say it's brought to you by ACU of Texas, Sweet Frogs, Visit Hitchcock, Texas, Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, and the City of Lamar. Fantastic defensive play there.
3rd and 10. We are under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Durant rolls out, sprints, rolls, and is going to be smacked immediately.
Malcolm Simpson, the defensive end, ran him down from behind. The speed of the defensive end to come from the other side and catch up. Incredible.
It was only a matter of time that we're going to call Simpson's name. Been a while since we had called it. The big junior there with the stop, so the interception will do no harm for the Tours. The defense rises up and gets a 3 and out.
It bails them out there on that one. Good defensive play, bails out the offense that time around.
Duran will punt, and that is going to bounce down.
Oh, goodness.
Where are they going to spot this one?
1
They're going to
yard.
spot it at the 1.
Wow.
49-yard punt
Brandon,
by Duran. Wow.
After the horrors, the plague of the high snaps in the first half, the punt team is able to pin down Ball High inside of the 1 yard line. Incredible. The worst field position all night here.
And it looks like a man down. It's obvious that you're going to have a lot of these kids cramping up as we are at the end of August. And obviously, if you're in Texas, you know how hot this August has been.
My goodness, it's been hot everywhere. Record heat waves. And unfortunately, we're still trying to get some sports going and still trying to come out and have a good time. But my goodness, the heat has been incredible.
Okay, we will go ahead and take a quick commercial break. 109 to go.
Hello, I'm Anna Dellinger, and this is Heather Laurie and my little sister, Michelle West. And we're at Legacy Collision. We are an all-service automotive collision center, here to service anybody who has a little fender bender all the way up to a major accident. We work with all major insurance companies, all female run. You can reach us at 409-440-8900 on our website, legacycollisiontx.com, or on social media, Facebook and Instagram. We are continuing a legacy, creating a legacy, and leaving a legacy here at Legacy Collision.
Pinned at the 1 yard line, 1 minute, 9 seconds to go, third quarter. Brandon Williams, Clay Robertson here at TCISD Stadium. Stings leading 17-10. Stings leading 17-10 after a punt from Duran pinned the Tours at the 1 yard line. So a 1st and 10 for Galveston Ball deep in their own end.
Yeah, what a roller coaster the last few plays have been. It was the interception, then great defense by Ball High, then the Texas City punt game pins them down inside the 1. So what's going to happen here? It's been a great game. Be sure that you're sharing, letting people know they're missing one fantastic ball game here.
1st and 10. Shotgun set, 4 wide receiver base formation for the Tours, and they're going to bring everybody. Barker's going to throw, and the ball's going to be caught. Reception made by London Deon. Gave him a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, that's what you want down here. When you're this far down, you just need to get a breath of fresh air so your back's not against the wall.
And he came close to getting the first down. Gave him about 8 on that play.
We saw in the first half, Texas City was in a similar situation. They were able to get bailed out by big Caleb Bell. Say that 3 times fast. My goodness. So let's see if Ball High can do something similar.
2nd down and 3 as we approach the final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Handoff is going to be to Thomas, and Thomas is going to be smacked down. And again, number 30 for Texas City, Caden Clay. You want to start talking about handing someone a game ball. Caden Clay is going to be in that conversation with the way he has played up front this evening as we approach the final 10 seconds of the third quarter. See if the Tours can get one more play off before, and it looks like they won't. So we are 3 quarters in here at Texas City ISD Stadium. It has been a game that has not disappointed. Texas City 17, Galveston Ball 10. The Clear Life Media Game of the Week will be right back.
Yearbook, photojournalism, and then a beginner journalism class where most of the freshmen start out. We do work on the yearbook, the Stingery. We have the Sting City Press, which is a newspaper. My photojournalism kids take pictures. They learn photography, and they learn photojournalism and how to report stories through photography.
It's our school paper. We do 2 issues a year, and we spend the year working on that, and we also compete in UIL journalism. So we prep for that as well. It's focused on the school and the students. We talk to a lot of students, get a lot of information from them, and we compile it all together to talk about different events, different sports, awards that students are getting, all things like that.
Yearbook is a program where everyone works together to create like a year of memories into a one book. It's honestly amazing at a very young age. I don't think anyone really experienced like InDesign or Photoshop. So when I first came, I was super surprised on how many things you can do with it.
Yeah, it's not just about passing a test and graduating, but it's about giving them a solid foundation that they can either go on to college or work or take the skills to a hobby or something they want to do on their own as a side job. So it's great.
Hi, I'm Kylie Schmidt.
Start of the fourth quarter here at TCISD Stadium as the Stings lead the Tours 17-10 as it will be a handoff to Thomas, and Thomas looks like he will have just enough for the first down.
It is close. They are moving the chains.
They will move it as they will spot the ball at the 15-yard line.
And I tell you, Justice Thomas had a fantastic first quarter, first half, but it looks like Texas City is really keyed in, really locked down on him, trying to keep him from churning up any more drives like he did on their one scoring drive earlier.
And that's been the difference between the run games is that Texas City has a number of running backs that they can go to, whereas Ball has been entirely dependent on Thomas most of the night. And Thomas breaks a couple of tackles, and Thomas very nearly got out of there for a lot more than what he ended up with.
Yeah, somebody must have told him. He must have had his hair stand up. He knew we were talking about him. He got another first down, back-to-back plays for Justice Thomas. Ball High has a little bit of a drive going. Let's see what can happen here.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 11:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. A 17-10 game as the Tours look to try to tie this one up against the Stingarees. Barker in shotgun. Trip set to the near side. And Barker play action swings the ball out, and it's going to be incomplete. Dayon was not able to hold on to that one.
Yeah, right through the hands there. Right through the hands. And I tell you, it's been one of those things, it's the inconsistencies. You know, you get a little bit of a run going, then you incomplete a pass. And that kind of sets you back. It's not being able to get that motion going. And a lot of that goes to Texas City, the credit to them. A lot of that goes to Ball High as well.
So 2nd down and 10 coming up at the 26-yard line of Galveston. 11:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. And it's Barker back, steps up, throws. Ball is going to be caught. Williams with the reception.
It will be
Close
short.
to the marker, probably about a half-yard short.
Yeah, and I believe if that was a slightly better thrown ball, Williams might still be running, honestly.
There is no doubt.
He was in space.
Holes.
Yeah, he was in space with nobody between him and the end zone that I think could have caught him personally.
So 3rd down, I'll call it about
2. Yeah.
3rd and 2 coming up. Handoff is going to be
it's
Barker.
a fake.
And Barker cuts it back. Oh, hello. Barker got rocked.
That was Xavier Scarone, I believe, who got in there. Was it Scarone, number 8, or was it Diego Battles? That was Battles, actually.
Battles again with a huge hit. Battles had one earlier in the contest.
Yeah, whoever it was, they laid the lumber and knocked the quarterback down on his rear end. But that was a first down run, though. It was tough running for the quarterback.
Barker back, steps up, has a man looking, incomplete. No flags.
No flags. The referees were letting them hand fight all the way down.
You got to go to Galveston side, which is where we are at right now. They are looking for some yellow laundry to come out on the field, and that is not happening.
My goodness. And I believe actually we will have to take an injury timeout right at the moment. We thank you so much for joining us. It is 17-10, Stingarees over Tours. We'll be right back after this short break.
I'm Corey Moss. I'm the Vice President and General Manager of the Valero Texas City Refinery. It's great to have some time to talk a little bit about Valero and the United Way. You know, we have 6 key values in Valero, one of those being caring. And it's not just caring within our employees and the matching gifts that our company does. We're able to support the agencies of the United Way.
All right, 10 minutes, 11 seconds to go as Williams able to walk off the field under his own power. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Tours at their own 37-yard line, trailing 17-10. On the drop that started deep in their own territory, as well as deep as you can get.
Yeah, this is the Xavier Scarone drive. He has made 2 big plays after the big hit 2 plays ago, and then battling downfield, arm in arm, making sure that was an incomplete pass and not giving up this 17-10 lead.
So 2nd and 10 coming up. Shotgun formation, trips receivers to the near side. Counter play is going to be to Thomas, and Thomas to the 40. Breaks off a couple of tackles and will be stopped at around the 43-yard line. So a gain of about 6 on that play makes it 3rd down and 4 at the 43-yard line. A little closer to the 44, so make it more like a 3rd and 3 coming up here. 9:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. Tight ball game. Tours trailing 17-10. Thomas still in the backfield with Barker. Again, 3 receivers set. They'll get Woodbury in motion. So it'll be a counter, and it'll be Woodbury, and Woodbury is going to be tripped up. There was a hole that was swallowed up immediately by the Texas City defense. Number 12, Michael Salt, was in there for the Stings, as Texas City is going to force a punt here with 9:11 to go here in the ball game.
Yeah, great defensive stop there by Texas City. They gave up a few first downs, but they quelled the momentum with big hits and physical football downfield. Fantastic play there by the defense to preserve this lead.
O'Donohue will punt, and it will be fielded by Scout. He's going to let it bounce, and he'll take it at around his own 9, cuts it to the 20, and then he will be out of bounds at around the 22-yard line.
And Brandon, I tell you, I would try to get the ball in Scarron's hands as much as I can, because he is fired up down there. We saw him. He was jumping up and down. He was talking junk. He was playing well on defense. He's got the energy right now, and I'm a big believer in feed the hot hand. Let's see if they can get him the ball, maybe make something happen here.
One-score game, 8:44 to go. Yeah, I figure that ball is going to be focused on trying to keep the Texas City run game from dominating and starting to eat some of this clock, as Caleb Bell is back into the ball game.
Yeah,
Take a quick look at the timeout situation. Each team has all 3 of their timeouts on a 1st and 10, and a busted play.
Absolutely. The plays Texas City's having the hardest time with are the ones where Duran cannot decide who to give the ball to. He's just looking and looking and looking. You got to hand the ball off and let somebody make a play or keep it yourself. But my goodness, and we saw the success they had previously was just stacking the line and running physical. So let's see if they go back to that here maybe on this drive after a loss on first down.
They lose 2 on that play, make it 2nd down and 12 at the 20-yard line. Bell in the backfield with Duran. Man in motion sweeps to Burton, and Burton is not going to make the corner as the Toward defense. Number 90, Malcolm Simpson, there on the stop, along with number 0. We've talked this name. Stefanos Porthos has been busy himself tonight, so a loss of 2 on that play will make it 3rd down and 14 at the 18-yard line.
Yeah,
7:37 to go.
We're seeing both defenses step up big here in the 4th quarter. Maybe those offenses running all those sweet plays are getting worn down slowly but surely, but the defense not worn down at all, stepping up big here.
3rd and 15. Duran back, steps up, throws a screen. Ball is going to be caught, and it will be close to a 1st down, and it is reception made by number 10, Simpson, Jayden Johnson, with the reception. They are close to a 1st down.
And he's just a sophomore, too, and I believe that was a downfield screen, and they had players out there running with him, and actually Bell motioned out to the side like he was running a screen the opposite way, so I don't know if it was a fake screen to a downfield screen or what it was, but either way, successful play call. It was actually, it looks like it's 4th and 1.
It is 4th and 1 coming up, and it looks like the Stings are going to bring the punting unit in.
Yeah, the way your defense just played, I can't say I blame them.
Exactly. And it looks like it will be a timeout. Texas City uses their first in the 2nd half. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Tight one. Share it with them and share it with the world. It's 17-10. Texas City over Ball. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Texas Pit Stop Barbecue is now open in Texas City. With additional locations in Galveston and Lamarck, this award-winning barbecue prepares you for whatever comes your way. Dine in, on the go, and catering. Texas Pit Stop Barbecue never takes shortcuts and always brings the heat.
Work hard, train hard. I'm about to knock out this barbecue at Texas Pit Stop in Texas City.
Folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us here at Clear Life Media. We could not be doing this, first of all, without you folks at home sharing, liking, commenting, tagging, whatever you're doing. We appreciate the support. And second, we could not do it without our sponsors: Galveston College, Legacy Collision, Santa Fe Education Foundation, Texas City EDC, Muscle Cars of Texas, United Way Galveston County Mainland, B&O Construction, Gardner Coatings, ACU of Texas, Sweet Frogs, Visit Hitchcock, Texas, Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, City of Lamarck, and Folks, it's been a great game. Thank you so much. If you haven't shared already, go and share with someone. Let them know that you're loving some high school football. Like Brandon said, if you're out of state, we want to shout you out. And we see a punt here from Texas City in what has been a close game. Fair catch by Ball High. It is 17-10 Stingarees. Brandon, let me ask you, we're coming down on closing time here. What, in your mind, who has kind of been the player of the game? I know we still got time. Someone could still have a game-changing performance in a close game, so I'm putting the pressure on you. But who, in your mind, has been sort of the outstanding player so far?
I honestly think you have to go with Xavier Scouring because, like you mentioned, he has been all over the field. Joey Duran has the go-ahead, has a touchdown to his credit, but Scouring has been all over both offense, defense, and on special teams as well. So right now, he's got to be that guy. But with 6:28 to go, there's plenty of time for that to change. As the Tours with the ball, low snap, Parker rolls out, is just going to zip and throw that ball incomplete. He had pressure coming in from number 20, Antonio Gordon, as Barker just threw that ball away for dear life, making it 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line with 6:23 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And I tell you what, the way these two defenses have been playing, especially these pass rushes, these quarterbacks are having cardio day out there, running for their lives. My goodness.
2nd and 10 coming up. Punch formation for the Tours. Handoff to Thomas, and Thomas is going to get past the 40. And Thomas dragging past midfield. Oh, what a power run by Justice Thomas. And Thomas says, hey, I might want that game ball myself. They get the ball past midfield and put the ball at the 46-yard line of Texas City.
You know, if there has been a player for Ball High, especially on offense, that deserves that game ball, it is Justice Thomas. He has been churning those legs all game long for the senior, and he might get it again here.
He does, and he's going to come close to getting past the 45. Ankle tackle. Great stop there made by number 8, Diego Battles. And Battles has been someone that has been very busy tonight.
My goodness, we have got, it's just been smash mouth football. This is my kind of game. It goes quick. There's a lot of football to watch, a lot of football to play, big hits, big runs. It's just everything you want in my mind.
2nd and 9 from the 45-yard line. 5:33 to go in the fourth. Handoff is going to be to Thomas, and Thomas is going to bounce it to the 40, 30, 25, down inside the 20. They will spot him at the 17-yard line. A gain of 28 by Justice Thomas. And you talked earlier, Clay, about the way he sees the hole. That vision showed up, and the way he was able to bounce that out and turn what could have been like short gain into a gain of 28.
Absolutely. It's not forcing the play. It's letting the play come to you, and in that case, coming past you. He ran past the line, and he was only brought down by the other guy we were talking about being player of the game, Xavier Scarone, who got out there and tried to punch that ball up. Man, my goodness, and we've got a timeout by Texas City.
Yeah, they are using their second timeout with 5:12 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll take it with them. 17-10, Texas City over Ball. Clear Life Media Game of the Week will be right back.
We and I really like United Way. They're what I call a tip of the sword organization. They are meeting community needs at the very tip of the sword where people who maybe can't help themselves need help. And then we always hear the stories about from the different organizations United Way gives to about how someone was helped or how their life changed through the United Way.
Learn more ways to donate to the United Way Galveston County Mainland and your impact on the community by visiting uwgcm.org.
5 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Justice Thomas has willed his Tours inside the 20-yard line, a 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line of Texas City.
And I got to believe that timeout was to try to slow the momentum.
And it's going to be Barker who slides inside the 10-yard line. Not often we've seen him run this evening, but he has been effective.
Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if it was the play call or the decision-making by Barker, but he decided not to hand the ball off one way or the other. Good play to get a little bit of yardage and to keep the clock running, too, here in the fourth quarter.
Gain of 6 makes it 2nd and 4 from the 11. Handoff is going to be to Thomas, and Thomas is going going to be wrapped up almost immediately.
Yeah, he was met in the hole by a bunch of stingarees.
Battles, number 8, Clay, number 30, number 2, Zyron Scott, also in there as well.
It is swarming football, defensive football, the way it was meant to be played, the way God intended it. That's what we're seeing here tonight in this Texas City Stadium.
Third down coming up, and it's going to be to Thomas, and Thomas is going to be stuffed. Stings read that one perfectly, as he might have got to the line of scrimmage, but a fourth down coming up, and we'll take a break as a man is down. 3:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. Clear Life Media Game of the Week will be right back.
Hi, my name is Gina Welsh. I'm the Executive Director for the Santa Fe, Texas Education Foundation. We are planning our 3rd annual Pulling for Education Play Sporting event. We are excited to be at the beautiful Providence Plantation. There are sponsorships available and teams available as well. Now is a great time to support our teachers and our students. Contact us today to secure your team or sponsorship.
The best barbecue is at Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, now open at the Mainland City Center. Brisket, ribs, and smoked chicken. Bring your appetite at Texas Pit Stop Barbecue.
Well, welcome back, folks, here at Texas City Stadium. We want to give a special shout out to Sweet Frogs at Mainland City Center. We thank all of our sponsors as we got a close one down here in the 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the fourth, and chaos is ensuing. Let's see what happens, Brandon.
Well, here's your ball game. Is number 9, Jones is stuffed. The Stingarees read that one perfectly. A stop, number 6
Cameron
for Texas City.
Greif.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness. May have just sealed the deal for Texas City. Defense has been the talk all night. Defense seals the game fittingly. He deserves it. They deserve the win after that play. My goodness.
3 minutes, 38 seconds left. Plenty of time for Ball to get the ball back. Down 7, but you've got to think that the Stingarees are going to try to use Caleb Bell and that power running game to try to consume some clock.
Absolutely.
Tours do have 2 timeouts remaining as this drive will start. 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line.
You have to protect the ball, and don't forget Texas City has had trouble with those snaps all night long.
Actually the 11, so 1st and 10 coming up. High snap there, and it'll be Bell turning the corner to the 15, and he'll be stopped at around maybe the 17. It looks more like the 18-yard line, so that's about a gain of 7 on that play as we are at 3:27 to go here in the game. They'll spot it at the 17, and we've got a timeout.
Taken by Ball High, just trying to preserve what you can on that clock. My goodness.
We'll go ahead and take the timeout with them. Clear Life Media Game of the Week will be right back.
This is Bob, and this is Dave. Bob has a barcode on his forehead to dramatize how big banks see their customers as just an account number. Dave doesn't. That's because Dave's a proud member of Associated Credit Union of Texas. Bob has to sit in Houston traffic for hours to get to his bank. Dave has access to thousands of free ATMs and an award-winning mobile banking app. Be like Dave and become a member at acutx.org today. Don't be like Bob.
At Gardner Cook. The worst kept secret in Galveston County right now is the fact that Caleb Bell is going to touch this ball. Plenty between the final 3:27 of this ball game. Tours used a timeout. They've got 2 to go here. 2nd down coming up, and it'll be a handoff actually to Duran. And Duran has got the 1st down.
Yeah, Bell was the worst kept secret. Then Durant might have been the best kept secret. What a play there! Just short run. It reminds me of the Peyton Manning fake plays where he would just kind of waltz into the end zone because surely he's not getting the ball.
Yeah,
great play call there by Texas City. Fantastic.
And that's the thing that Durant is not someone that you think a lot of as a runner, but he did run 8 times for 30 yards and got a touchdown last week. He has a touchdown here tonight. as the clock continues to run as we approach inside 3 minutes to go. Tours have 2 timeouts left. They're going to have to use both of them to get the ball. High snap. Durant with the ball, and he's just going to slide down. You called it.
It has been a problem all night. It does not take a crystal ball to predict that fortune. They have had troubles with snaps all night on special teams and offense. It proceeds here into crunch time of the fourth quarter as Ball High will now take another timeout. They have one left, I believe.
They have one remaining with 2:48 to go. We'll go ahead and take the timeout with them. It's 17-10, Texas City over Ball. Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
At Gardner Coatings, we set the standards. At Gardner Coatings, we set the standard.
I set the standards.
At Gardner Coatings, we set the standards.
Yo establezco los estándares.
At Gardner Coatings, we set the standard.
I set the standard.
At Gardner Coatings, we set the standard.
I set the standards.
Yo establezco los estándares.
At Gardner Coatings, we set the standards.
At Gardner Coatings, we set the standards.
And welcome to Gardner Coatings.
2 minutes, 48 seconds to go, and Texas City had just averted a complete disaster, but nevertheless, they're facing a 2nd down and 24 from their own 11-yard line. And for the first time tonight, you see the Stings under center. Bell spins around, breaks a tackle, and is going to be stopped behind the line around the 7-yard line.
My goodness.
So a loss of 4.
That was a correction. I apologize for cutting you off. That was a clear correction for the offense. They were trying to avoid those high snaps. We've been talking about it all night long. Get under center. But at the very least, there was not a turnover or a high snap on that situation.
So 3rd down coming up, and it looks like 3rd down. They spot the ball at the 9. So 3rd down and 26 is facing Texas City with 2:43 to go. So barring the unforeseen, the Tours are going to get one last opportunity to try to tie this ball game up. They have no timeouts remaining with 2:43 left in the contest.
So here's the thing, Brandon. It is about 3rd and the Causeway, but Bell has run to Galveston already once tonight. He has the capability. It is all about Ball High getting hats on the ball here tonight. Can they do it? Are they able to slow down? And actually, Bell is not even in.
It's going to be Burton.
It is
in the
Burton.
backfield right now.
He can break it as well.
Yes,
he can break it as well.
3rd down coming up. They'll toss it to Burton. And Burton on the sweep is going to be stopped at around the 16-yard line. Obviously well short of a 1st down.
Did he go out of bounds? That's my question.
Big question. It doesn't look like he did as the clock continues to run with 2:26 left. Tours cannot stop the clock here as they are out of timeouts.
Now here's the thing. If they're going to punt, they've got to snap it again. And I know that sounds like such a small thing, but they have not been able to do that well all night long. Those snaps have been lethal for Texas City.
And they are going to need a perfect punt, a perfect snap, I should say, as we go inside 2 minutes here in the game. It looks like the Stings will go ahead and use a timeout. They will with 1:55 to go. 4th down coming up. We'll go ahead and take the timeout with the Clear Life Media Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
They are a beast all by themselves. They are so different than any of these other things that are on the road. The C2s, 63 through 67 Corvettes, those are my favorite. I think that's by far the sexiest looking car on the planet, even today. To fit all that stuff in that little package is tough, but we make it happen right here at Muscle Cars of Texas.
Like kids say, sometimes the flips can get scripted, and the script has been flipped as it's Ball getting the ball with a chance to try to tie the game as Woodbury is going to be dragged down. He just needs to hold on to the ball and does at around the 45-yard line. Now, last year, It was Texas City's offense trying to drive the ball in the closing minute to tie the ball game. They fell short. Ball won 7-0. Fast forward to this year and fast forward to right now. 1:45 left. Tours down 7. No timeouts, and now they need to get a touchdown to tie it up.
Absolutely, and you've got to keep an eye. If you're Texas City, you have to keep an eye on Justice Thomas. He has been the playmaker all night long for Ball High. So he's the running back, but he can get the ball out in space. He can make something big happen. We'll see what happens.
First down, Barker back, steps up, looks, throws over the middle, incomplete. Was looking for Dayon, and it's second down and 10. Williams not in the game as of right now. Jonah Williams, the do-all, five-star athlete, not on the field right now as the Tours face second and 10 with 1:41 to go here in the contest.
Yeah, he did. I believe he said he seemed like he was cramping up a bit earlier this heat, getting to even the athletes.
Barker back, steps up, throws, incomplete. He pumped it, looked in the direction of Nico Davis, and that just sails out of bounds. So third down and 10 with 1:37 to go. Ball at the Texas City 45, so 2 plays, and the Tours have not moved an inch.
Yeah, and that ball came out before Nico had his head turned, and that's on the receiver. You got to turn around. You got to be looking for that ball because you don't know what kind of time your quarterback's going to have back there, especially with the way this Texas City defense is playing. And now Ball High finds himself in 3rd and 10.
Now Williams is back into the ball game as she replaces Nico Davis. Williams, number 15, lined up to the far side. Barker back, steps up, throws, looks in his direction.
All the way. Oh, my goodness.
Woodbury was open. He stretched out to make the catch, but just could not reel that one in.
And I promise you, nobody feels worse about it than he does. It was inches. It was fingertips. My goodness, we were that close to the biggest play of the game. Oh, my goodness.
4th and 10 coming up, 1:31 to go. It's plain and simple. If ball gets 10 or less, this one's over. You don't have to get it all in one shot, but you just got to get a first down here at the Tours. Back. And it's going to be 15 because someone jumped early. Someone jumped, so it'll be a penalty.
And I do not know this for sure, but I believe it might have been Landon Dayon.
It was.
Because when the play was stopped, he was about 5 yards downfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. You don't normally see that from your receivers, but it seems to be the case here tonight. And that's going to put them more in the hole. It is now 4th and 15, Brandon.
They've got to get to the Texas City 35-yard line for the first down with 1:29 to go. Barker back, has pressure, faces pressure. The ball is going to be incomplete.
Battle got in there and battled the pass out. Fantastic defensive play by Texas City. Good thrown ball, hands on the ball, but Diego Battle got in there and played great defense to knock it away and most likely sealed the deal for Texas City as we see the fans begin to stand up and part like the Red Sea.
You can't, if you're Jawan Woodbury, you can't blame yourself on that one. He had the ball, but this was just really a battle of will, and Diego Battle had more will on that play. It was a first down, and it would have been an opportunity for the Tours to keep the game alive, but Battles with the stop. And all Texas City has to do right now is get on the ball, take the kneel down a couple of times, and go to 2-0 on the season.
My goodness, what a game, Brandon.
This one didn't disappoint, my friend.
Fingertips, inches, that's what football's all about. When you have a good game, you see how the smallest plays make the biggest differences. You know, we talk about the big yardage, we talk about the big scores. This was a 10-17 game that was decided by fingertips and inches, man. This was awesome. Fantastic game. And if you want to see more of this, you know, be sure to share. Let people know Clear Life Media, we bring you this kind of action every week of the high school football season. Brandon, where are we going to be at next week?
We are going to be facing Lamar at Hitchcock, as it actually here at TCISD Stadium at Hitchcock, correction, as it will be the Bulldogs, our first time looking at the state-ranked Hitchcock Bulldogs, as they will take on their rival Lamar Cougars. It's going to be next Friday night.
Fantastic, man. I mean, this was an awesome game. Your heart goes out to Ball High. Texas City, we said it earlier, they earned it. They earned it. And speaking of earning it, who do you feel like earned that game ball? Who do you feel like earned the player of the game, Brandon?
I'm going to go ahead, and it's close. There are a number of guys from Texas City, but to me, I got to get this one to Diego Battles. Battles was all over the field defensively, had a couple of huge hits, and you cannot forget the effort that he made at the end of on that 4th and 15 to keep the ball out of Woodbury's hands and clinch the win for Texas City.
Fantastic game right there. Real quick, want to give one more shout out to the sponsors: Galveston College, Legacy Collision, Santa Fe Education Foundation, Texas City EDC, Muscle Cars of Texas, United Way Galveston County Mainland, B&O Construction, Gardner Coatings, ACU of Texas, Sweet Frogs, Visit Hitchcock, Texas, Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, City of Lamarck, and of course, everyone and anyone who joined in, watched us, liked it, shared it. We could not do this without you. We could not bring this great game to you. We were entertained. We hope you were as well. Brandon, tell us how you feel about it, man.
Woo! What a fun game this was. This one lived up to it. We knew that these were two teams that were going to take it the full 48 minutes, and in the end, it is Texas City going to 2-0 as we are wrapping this one up. Final score at TCISD Stadium, Texas City goes to 2-0 on the season with the 17-10 win over Galveston Ball, who falls to 1-1. So for our camera crew and for Clay Robinson, this is Brandon Williams saying good night here from TCISD Stadium. See you next Friday out in Hitchcock. Good night.